Yeah, okay, there we go. I'll open the stream to make sure I can
Good afternoon, Fightin' Phils fans, and welcome to First Energy Stadium. Our Phils are looking to pick up their first win of the 2021 season. I'm Emily Messina here with you at America's Classic Ballpark for the third game against the Erie SeaWolves. The Vikings dropped the first two, losing last night 14-2. They gave up two grand slams, and they're looking to bounce back today with James MacArthur, the 24-year-old from Texas. He's 6'7", 230 pounds, and this will be his Double-A debut. He has four pitches in his repertoire, one of them being a four-seam fastball.
So
Is it not working?
it's coming from the computer.
What did you say?
It's coming from the computer. So they could probably hear me.
It's the worst thing in the world.
You could probably hit the volume. And hit that one too. Hit that one too. Okay.
Try the
This is the computer. This one.
All right, Fightin' Phils fans, can you hear me? We are getting ready to go in Reading, Pennsylvania, as the grounds crew are laying on their final lines here at the ballpark. Anxiously awaiting the first pitch here by James MacArthur. On the mound for Erie is going to be Elvin Rodriguez. He is a tough cracker to crack here against the Fightin' Phils. He's had a fantastic minors league career for Detroit. Last season, being 2019, he had a 3.7 ERA. 24 games, he pitched 133 innings, but here is the real kicker. 112 strikeouts to 44 walks. He has real command and control of his pitches, and the Fightin' Phils will have to improve upon them chasing, because that's what they did a lot last night. They went fishing and they came up with nothing. And they made Pedro Payano look like a star out there, as he only gave up one hit throughout his debut here. Let's go through the lineups in Reading tonight for the Fightin' Phils. Gamboa, little change up with Guthrie batting second, Brito third, and Matt Vierling, the cleanup hitter, which is a well-deserved move, as he's batting .429, 3 hits so far this season, the most for the Fightin' Phils. A new addition to the lineup, Colby Fitch behind the plate. McCarthy Tatum over at third this game. And another new face, Nick Matera, playing the designated hitter today. He's listed as a catcher on the Fightin' Phils roster. Miller batting eighth over at first base. He was the designated hitter yesterday. And Matt Kroon moves over to left. So a different lineup, as manager Sean Williams changing things up a little bit here in Reading, seeing if what works, if he could get things going at all. So we'll see how that plays out. And over on the Erie SeaWolves side, Riley Green, that number 2 prospect, continues to be the lead-off hitter. Ryan Kreidler, as I'm learning it's pronounced. He is batting second, as he has so far this series. Yariel Gonzalez and Josh Lester stays in that cleanup position after hitting an impressive grand slam last night. Jacob Robson, then Dylan Rosa, Kerry Carpenter, who stays in the lineup for the second night. Well-deserved for him, batting .667, 2 hits and 2 RBIs last night. John Valente makes his Double-A debut, followed by John Rosoff. All right, we are going to take a short break as we get ready for things here at First Energy Stadium. Don't you go anywhere.
The Blue Marsh Insurance Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks, in a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view for the visiting bullpen. Regular game tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group. When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Nemo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. The Helping Company is a proud naming rights sponsor for the Hall of Famer Stadium area at First Energy Stadium, and a presenting naming sponsor of 5 firework nights this season. The Helping Company is a locally owned family business with over 20 years of experience, offering free roof inspections and storm damage repairs, plus so much more. Give them a call today at 610-234-2210 for your roofing needs, or visit their website 24/7 at thcexteriors.com. The Helping Company, your local roofing specialist.
We will go over the defensive set for the Fightins. Kroon shifts to left, with Gamboa moving from the infield to the outfield. He's in center, and Vierling moves to right. We talked to manager Sean Williams earlier this season, and he was talking about how all of these guys would be utility players this year. We see a lot of infield-outfield swaps, as Vierling is the only outfielder on the roster, but manager Sean Williams has confidence, and this is part of the way the Phillies are working these days, is they want to see their players be able to make some changes and get in where they need to get in. In the infield from left to right, Tatum, Guthrie, Brito, and Miller. Miller getting his first start in the field after being the designated hitter 2 nights in a row. And then Colby, Fitch behind the plate. Now, I was told that there's no specific reasoning why they paired Fitch up with MacArthur today, just to get, a different face in there, give Duran some rest after 2 games on his knees, and just change things up in the order, give Fitch a shot here in the 2021 season. We'll go over the defensive set for Erie. Rosa, Green, Robson left to right in the outfield. Gonzalez, Kreidler, Valente, and Lester. Valente getting his debut in the season and on the field, as well as Rozoff, who is behind the plate tonight, and of course Elvin Rodriguez on the mound. The umpires for tonight remain the same as they will for the entire series. They're just shifting around the horn, so Velez now becoming the crew chief, with Jimenez at first and Jasinski over at third base. Titans have gone through a lot of their relief pitchers, but there is still a lot left to go who have yet to see time in the 2021 season. And of course, a transaction was made earlier today where infielder Sal Gazzo was called up to Lehigh Valley. That's actually retroactive to yesterday. Just hadn't been released yet, but if you were paying attention, you saw that he made a debut in the game actually at Lehigh Valley. So he was called up and played in where needed. He came in a defensive substitution. And interestingly enough, the Phillies played a day game today where they won 2-0. They're on kind of a hot streak, and they finally made their way over 500. 17-15, Alec Boehm homered for his 4th of the season. Fly ball out to center field, and Reese Hoskin a nice double on a sharp line drive, scoring Andrew concussion. So pretty exciting for the Phillies. They are finally getting into the swing of things, and things are looking good in Philadelphia, and we hope to see the same here in Reading. Games tonight from the Jersey Shore Blue Claws, Clearwater, and the Lehigh Valley, so we'll keep you updated on those scores as well. But we are off to a great start here in Reading. Lots of fans in the ballpark, which is keeping the energy high for me and you, and we're excited to be at 100% capacity in June. Don't forget your tickets to come out to the ballpark, rphils.com/tickets. We've still got some for the rest of this homestand, which extends until Sunday. And don't forget the backpack giveaway for Mother's Day and some pregame concerts and happy hours that you definitely don't want to miss. In the second series that is occurring at the end of May from the 25th to the 30th, we've got those 4 fireworks nights, the first of the season, which we know fans absolutely love, and a bobblehead giveaway that you definitely have to add to your collection. If you hadn't had a chance to make it out to America's Classic Ballpark, I recommend you do so this season. But if you're far away, thanks for joining us on the airwaves near and far. I appreciate that you are going to be able to be with me here and enjoying everything at the ballpark. As we get ready for the national anthem, we are going to take a short break, and then we'll be back with some R-Phils baseball.
Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both diehard and casual fans with a summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular game tickets are $29 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Titans.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Enjoy the ultimate season ticket package with the Riverfront Federal Credit Union VIP Club season membership. Benefits of the VIP Club include a padded seat bottom and back, exclusive entrance which opens 10 minutes early with immediate access to your seats, special tickets with your name and a voucher for a hot dog, soda, and a bag of chips at each game, plus 2 VIP Club pregame cocktail parties each season. What are you waiting for? Join the Riverfront Federal Credit Union Fightin' Phils Season Ticket VIP Club membership today.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Vitins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter, the Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Fans, the R-Phil's game program is electronic this season. You can download the game program right on your smartphone.
Hello, fans. We're back here at First Energy Stadium. I'm Emily Messina with you on the airwaves. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know where you're listening from. I'm talking from Reading, Pennsylvania, obviously, at one of the best ballparks in minor league baseball. And I'm not just saying that. It's highly rated in about every minor league baseball journal out there. So don't forget to tune in, check us out. And if you're looking for that online program we usually have, we actually have it online. So get all your Fight and Phil's information, rphils.com/programs. That's going to get you every good thing that you're looking for. Elvin Rodriguez on the mound for the SeaWolves versus James MacArthur for the Reading Fight and Phils. Now, I am told MacArthur is going to have a stellar debut here at First Energy Stadium, and I am pretty excited for it. We're trying to turn these things around here as the run differential has made its way to 20 runs as Erie has scored 26 over the past 2 games, setting a record with 2 grand slams in 1 game, and that will be the second most that they've scored in their first 4 games. 32 is the most they've scored in total, so we'll see how that fleshes out with them. The Fight and Phils obviously looking to hold them to a minimum and get back into it. The Fight and Phils have used 11 pitchers in their first 2 games and have allowed for a .350 batting average. But I think with McCarthy on the mound today, they're going to look for a longer start from him, obviously because we've used a lot of relief pitchers, but also because he's not one of those pitchers that is routinely part of the piggyback program that the Fight and Phils and the Phillies are trying to initiate. You know, we saw in Game 1 that it was going to be, back-to-back with Lindo and Garcia, and that's supposed to happen a couple more times throughout the series. But today we are just holding out for James MacArthur, so we'll see if he can give the Fight and Phils a good number of innings today, and that will certainly help out the rest of the bullpen. MacArthur went to Mississippi for a little bit, but then he was drafted in 2018, so pretty new to the Phillies organization. In 2019, he pitched in both Advanced A and Single A in Clearwater, promoted halfway through the season. So Double A was probably the next step for him in 2020, but unfortunately, obviously with COVID, the season was not able to happen. So here he is making his debut in 2021, a highly rated prospect, number 30, as I was saying, in Philadelphia. Josh Bonifay, he's the instructor of the minor leagues. He is putting his stock in MacArthur. The organization feels a lot better about their pitchers in the minor leagues, they said, and they're looking good to move forward with them and hoping to promote guys this year, while 2022 probably in the cards for MacArthur, so we should see him a lot this season here in Reading and hopefully be one of those starting 6 or so, probably in the top 3 usually here in Reading. The managers meeting going on at the plate between Sean Williams and Arnie Baylor, and all the umpires who I said, Velez behind the plate, Jimenez and Jasinski, once again here at America's Classic Ballpark. Wind blowing stiffly today, 10 miles per hour, straight from left to right field, so should be a hitter's ballpark once again today. Just hopefully those hitters can be the Fight and Phils, but we will see. About 63 degrees today, probably drop down into the mid-50s throughout the game. Still pretty sunny here in Reading, Pennsylvania, but we do have those lights on. So we'll see how that glare plays out, because it has been a problem for the R-Phils in the outfield. With a couple of errors they've made, the ball getting lost in the light. So that's another thing they're trying to work on, just settling in defensively. But manager Sean Williams doesn't think that this will be a problem moving forward, just thinks the guys need the time to get back into it. And I tend to agree with him there. We don't want to beat a dead horse here, but a year is a long time to not get that competitive practice in, and to no fault of their own. I know a lot of the guys have been working on their stuff, including MacArthur, adding a pitch to his repertoire, and I'm excited to see how that plays out. That might not seem like a big deal, but learning something new when you get into your 20s and when you get older, it becomes kind of difficult. So, a lot of these guys that you first learn it in Little League, but to try to pick up something completely new, the older you get, can be harder and harder. So we'll look for these guys to up their velocity and work on their command as we head into the third game here at First Energy Stadium. We're going to take a short break, but stick with us.
PA Virtual Charter School is a proud 2021 partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and a presenting sponsor of 5 fireworks nights this season. Pennsylvania Virtual Charter School is a public cyber charter school that opened its doors on September 4th, 2001. PA Virtual provides personalized education for over 2,000 students from diverse backgrounds across the Commonwealth. We pride ourselves on a dynamic partnership with our families, our experienced teaching staff, and their instructional use of a rich, research-based curriculum, and our innovative use of technology to meet the educational needs of our students. For more information on how PA Virtual Charter School can help your child, visit us today at pavcsk12.org. PA Virtual Charter School looks forward to seeing you at their 5 Reading Fightin' Phils fireworks shows in 2021. Go Fightin' Phils!
Looking for a place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightins game? Look no further than Geico Funland. Geico Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini putt golf, ring toss, and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Geico Funland. And thanks to Pete Shaw, your local Geico insurance agent, located at 2733 Paper Mill Road, Suite X3 in Wyomissing. You are joining me from near and far. I see Indiana, Lancaster, Birdsboro, Erie, and of course Shillington, which is a more local town. So thank you so much for joining me. If you couldn't make it out to the ballpark, I appreciate it. It is going to be a fun night here in Reading as the Fightin' Phils take the field for the third time in 2021. They come out in those black Thursday throwback jerseys with the black R-Train hats, which I know is a fan favorite, and honestly, it's my favorite as well. I actually got to choose what jerseys the guys wear for Media Day, and I chose the black because I thought, one of the best, and everyone loves that good throwback black train. So we're going to take a short break for the anthem. Stick with us. Great rendition of the national anthem, and of course those fireworks shooting out in the center field area as they always do before a Fightin' Phils game. James MacArthur takes the mound as Colby Fitch heads behind the backstop, and the Erie team comes out ready to bat. They're wearing those road gray pants and yellow jerseys as they have been these past few days, and as I was saying before, Fightin' Phils in those classic black R-Train jerseys. Lots of fans with us in the ballpark today. A little bit chilly as it turns down into the 50s, but not too shabby here in Reading, Pennsylvania early on in May. Big crowd out here at the ballpark. We appreciate you coming out, and we appreciate you listening. And here are the words we've been waiting for. Play ball, everyone. Third game of the homestand. Fightins looking for their first win of the season. Lots going on here as McCarthy gets warming up. Looking forward to his debut here. And two other Fightin' Phils making their debut. Nick Matera and Colby Fitch. As I said before, Fitch behind the plate, Matera the designated hitter. I've heard great things about Matera, and I think he's got a power bat that is going to work well with today's wind, left to right. You can see that flag out in center field blowing, and I see 62 degrees here thanks to EPA WA for our temperature today. They have it on New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, and that is what we use when we are checking in everything here, when we got to pull tarp, when we're looking to get in the game or not. So they are our go-to here at America's Classic Ballpark. And leading us off here today is Riley Green, who has been the lead batter for Erie both times. He is the number 2 prospect in the organization. Great outfielder with great range, and he's fantastic at the plate. Patient, willing to take pitches and see what he wants to see, as he hit a grand slam last night as well. First one off the bat, deep to left field. Going back is Kroon at the wall. It's just foul, folks. Green gets a huge piece of that one as the first pitch comes in at 7:05 p.m., right on the money. Fightin' Phils 7:04 last night and 7:07 opening day. So look at us go here in Reading, Pennsylvania, as Green jogs all the way back. He was all the way at second base. He was hustling down the line. And now he'll get back into that lefty batter's box. Here's the second pitch from Kroon. Kicks and fires. Another one by Green. Foul up the third base line. 2 pitches, 2 swings here as MacArthur gets ahead in the count 0-2. But you can tell Green has got that power. Just got to figure out how to put it in the field of play. Infield all the way back on that outfield grass edge as Green makes contact with another one. It's going to the outfield. Kroon comes over. Gamboa. It's going to be Kroon as he ranges into left center field and makes the catch. A can of corn out there for the first out of the third game here in the 2021 season. And that will bring up Ryan Kreidler, the shortstop, who has had a heck of a series. 200 batting average, 2 hits, one of them being a double. A lot of extra base hits for Erie, and that is what has, put them with that 20-run differential. Here's a pitch by MacArthur. It's low for a ball. Kreidler has the high socks, the gray road pants, yellow jersey, stepping in the back of the righty batter's box. Again, the pitch coming in below the knees. 2-0. Looks like Gamboa left center field with Vierling and Kroon playing at their normal spots. Here's the pitch. And low again. So 3 balls all below the knees as Colby Fitch makes his debut behind the plate here for the Fightins. He's setting up on that first base side of home plate, kind of squatting a little bit sideways to catch the pitch from MacArthur. Chopper off the bat of Kreidler, bounces foul up the third base line. And right there is Arnie Baylor to make the catch in the third base coach's box. Nice play by the manager of Erie. MacArthur takes a deep breath. Now he kicks and fires a 3-1. And it's a strike at the knees. 101 miles per hour on the radar gun. Evan, do you believe that? He just says no. But I did talk to the TrackMan operator for the Phillies before this game, and he thinks that is calibrated pretty good. Another chopper off the bat goes foul as Tatum McCarthy ranges just foul of third base. 95 miles an hour on the radar gun from that one, McCarthy. 101 that's major league. 101 is major league, but I heard that the radar gun was calibrated pretty well, so I will check in the inning break if we think that is legit. But I see the power from McCarthy. He's 6'7", 200-something pounds as one comes off the bat of Kreidler. Again, foul ranging over Tatum. McCarthy makes the play. That one's outside of fair territory up the left field line, and Kreidler will head back into the dugout. 2 outs here quickly for the Fightin' Phils. Last night we saw Morales get a 1-2-3 first, and pretty much the same thing in the second, and then it went all downhill from there. So off to a good start is McCarthy. The first pitch coming into Yariel Gonzalez, low for a ball. Gonzalez has played in all 3 games at the hot corner for Erie, batting .300, 3 hits, 5 RBIs. 2 players have 5 RBIs. Gonzalez and Green, as Gonzalez fouls one off into the 67 club, one of our great group picnic areas here at the ballpark. Up the third base line, lots of umbrellas and an all-you-can-eat buffet that comes with your ticket if you're sitting over there. That's probably one of my favorite spots in the ballpark, and a unique view right on the third base line. Here's the 1-1. Heater off the bat of Gonzalez, going back as Vierling and Gamboa at the wall. Another home run for Erie. And they just cannot be stopped. Home runs in every game. And I know the wind there is blown out, but that was right off the bat gone. A solo shot from Gonzalez makes it 2 home runs for him on the season, and it puts Erie on top early here. 1-0 with 2 away in the top of the first. That will bring up Josh Lester, the cleanup hitter. He hit that grand slam last night, batting .429 so far. 3 hits, another one with a lot of RBIs. He's got 4. And he is a lefty batter, so the wind will pull with him. A big shift going on in the Fightin's infield. See Guthrie behind second base and Tatum in the shortstop position. That one comes in right at the knees. 84-mile-an-hour changeup, evening the count 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 1-0 if you're just joining us. A solo shot off the bat of Yariel Gonzalez, his 2nd home run of the season. Here's the 1-1. Fouled it up the third base line, and Erie is taking quite a lot of pitches off MacArthur here. See if we can get a pitch count for you. Pull up the box score real quick. 16 pitches, 11 strikes, and I venture to say a lot of those are foul balls. 1-2 pitch from MacArthur. Did he check? And he went, as Colby Finch jogs off the field before he even gets the call by the umpire. A high heater from MacArthur will strike out Lester, but not before Gonzalez scores a run. 1 hit, 1 run, no one left on, and no errors here in the top of the first. We're going to take a short break.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support. All right. We are back here at First Energy Stadium. Top of the first, Erie SeaWolves, another home run off the bat of Yariel Gonzalez to make it 1-0. And now we head into the offensive side here for the Fightin' Phils. Gamboa leading us off, homered in his first at-bat, the first at-bat of the 2021 season. And I've really liked the way he has changed his hitting, just become such a more patient hitter at the plate, a lot of maturity. The pitch comes in from Elvin Rodriguez outside for a ball. The count now 2-0. Rodriguez, 23 years old, 6'3", 160 pounds, from the Dominican Republic, as he misses again low. And that one grazes the outside corner for a strike. Rodriguez was traded, and the Tigers received him in 2017. And the pitch comes in low. Gamboa takes a walk. So first batter on here for the Fightin' Phils. Traded from the Angels to the Tigers back in 2017. Gamboa jogging down to first. Guthrie heading to the plate here as our Phils start with a base runner. No outs in the bottom of the first. They trail 1-0, so looking to get back into things and not let things slip too far away. We'd love to see some offense here at First Energy Stadium. The fans are excited. I can feel it. And let's get things going. The pitch coming into Guthrie. It is inside. He bounces back and takes a step back out of the plate. Guthrie hit .311 in 2019 when he played at Clearwater. .475 slugging percentage. So he's got the power. Rodriguez with the 1-0. Just low. Rodriguez has an interesting routine as he steps on the mound. He heads for that third base side of the rubber, and the righty pitcher looks behind him over at Gamboa at first, and then he looks straight down at the ground first. Then he looks up, here's the kick, and fire. It's high. And when I say kick, really light kick. You know, some guys throw it all the way up to the chin and then stretch out, but trying to give you a visual of Rodriguez, it's really, you know, just barely lifting the knee off the ground. I would say his cleat comes maybe a foot off the ground, and then he takes the giant step. That one is in for a strike on the outside corner. And the count now 3-1 to Guthrie. Let's see if he can work a walk, as Gamboa did. Runner on first, no outs in the bottom of the first. And the 3-1, a chopper off the bat of Guthrie right to the third baseman, Gonzalez. He looks over at second, doesn't go, fires to first for the out as Gamboa slides over. So he took the time to see where he was at with Gamboa and decided not worth it, just take the out at first. So 5-3 in your scorebooks. And Daniel Brito heading up, using that lefty batter's box. Runner on second here, one away. Bottom of the first, 1-0 in favor of the SeaWolves. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez, looking back at Gamboa at second, taking quite a bit of a lead. Instead, he'll go home and gets him on the outside corner. Brito, really great defensively. We saw a lot of diving plays yesterday. Didn't come up with them all the time, but the effort was there, and that was impressive. He actually won a minor league gold glove in 2018 after he posted a .988 fielding percentage as a second baseman in Clearwater and Lakewood. Here's the 0-1 in the dirt. Nice block by Rozoff behind the plate, who's making his debut there. We saw a lot of great effort yesterday with some dives from Gamboa, Guthrie at third, who's now moved to short today, and Brito. The infield was really moving all over the place, but the balls were kind of flying out anyways. Pitch comes just inside a ball, and Gamboa, I mean, he is moving everywhere at second. He looks like he's about to take off, honestly. And Sean Williams outside the third base coach's box. He is in the squatting position. He's ready to wave Gamboa home. I think no matter what's happening here, Gamboa is running. He just looks restless out there on second base. One away. Here's the 2-1 foul ball right into the netting behind home plate. We had a couple of flinchers behind the plate. But no harm, no foul, as it looks like Julian Garcia will play bat boy for the Fightin' Phils tonight. As we talked about earlier, no bat boys right now because of the COVID policies, but Phils usually have a relief pitcher doing the job, and Garcia's got that helmet on like the little bat boys do, so good to see him hustling around for the team as Rodriguez steps off of the mound and tries to get Gamboa, who's still moving everywhere over there. And now the 2-2 from Rodriguez. In the dirt, a block by Rozoff, and Petrickle's in front of him. And Gamboa not able to go anywhere, as Sean Williams noting there the way to stay alive to Daniel Brito over at the plate. Steps back into that lefty batter's box. He is up close and back. He's stepping on that white line in the batter's box. He's about as far back as you could be and close to Rozoff. Swung on by Brito into left shallow field. It's gonna not be, it's not gonna drop. It's gonna be caught by Rosa, and yeah, there's nothing Gamboa could do out on second. That ball was just way too shallow. So 2 away here, as that brings up Matt Vierling, who is getting tons of praise from the crowd, lots of claps. He has been absolutely clutch and consistent these past 3 games, recording 3 hits, a .429 batting average. He's been the best at the plate for the Phils, and that's why he's sliding into that number 4 spot today. He deserves to be in the cleanup position. He's got the best of the club with a .500 on-base percentage as well. Fightin' Phils are putting this in his hands now. Gamboa taking a big lead off a second. He'll go home. Pitch is low, but it's called a strike by Velez. 94 miles an hour from Rodriguez. And I did go check with our Phillies TrackMan operator. That was not 101 miles an hour off McCarthy. 94 on the Phillies official radar, which is still pretty impressive from MacArthur. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss by Vierling. And the count quickly becomes 0-2 as Rodriguez gets ahead. SeaWolves lead 1-0, a home run from Gonzalez. 2 away here in the bottom of the first as the Phils try to put up some offense. Rodriguez getting the sign from Rozoff behind the plate. Now he'll put his glove at his waist. He'll turn around and instead try to go for Gamboa, but Gamboa is back. Nothing he could do about it, and if Rodriguez is not careful, he could balk here, so definitely would have want to put a runner on third. Rodriguez leading down, getting the sign. This time glove at the hat, now glove at the waist. Looks back, kicks, fires. Chopper up the middle. It's fielded by Valente. He'll fire to first, and he'll pull Lester off the bag, but he's able to get his foot back in time, and the Phils come up with nothing here after a base runner with Gamboa. 1-0 the score. As we head into the second, we're going to take a short break.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fighting Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
I'm Emily Messina here at First Energy Stadium. Thank you for listening to the R Phils versus the Erie SeaWolves. SeaWolves up 1-0 now as we head into the second. They had a home run off the bat of Gonzalez in the top of the first, and that will bring up the number 5 hitter, Jacob Robson, for Erie, batting .429 on the season, 3 hits, 3 RBIs to his name. And MacArthur comes back on the mound for the Fightins. His first offering, and Robson showing signs of bunt there, just looking to get on base and start things off for Erie. MacArthur 17 pitches so far, 12 strikes. That means 16 in the first inning, and Rodriguez 19 pitches, 9 strikes. So they're pretty much even here coming into the second. We'll see where we're at as that one comes inside. 2-0 the count. We'll see if Robson goes in for a bunt. The infield back pretty deep right now. Surprised they didn't take ups forward with bunt signs. And MacArthur with the 2-0. Swing and a miss by Robson, and the Fightin' Phils fans are excited. You know, sometimes when you got a 20-run differential, you got to get excited about one strike. We'll take what we can get here, as I believe we're going to see an improvement game tonight. The pitch coming in on the corner, a strike call as Robson goes again for the bunt, but not able to come up with it. And the 2-2. MacArthur getting the sign from Colby Fitch. The kick, the fire, just low. 83-mile-an-hour changeup from MacArthur. 1-0 the score here on the top of the second inning. Erie taking the lead early in the first. No outs here as the first batter, Jacob Robson, faces a full count from MacArthur. Here's the pitch. Chopper to second base. Brito there to Miller. It's done. Put it in the books. 4-3. First out of the second inning. And that will bring up Dylan Rosa. He's out in left today after getting the day off yesterday. And the infield returning to their positions pretty deep on that outfield grass edge. Little bit of a shift going on with Brito. He's shaded more towards the actual second base. First pitch coming in from MacArthur to the righty, a called strike at the knees. Pretty good umpiring we've seen so far from Velez, Jimenez, and Jasinski. We haven't really had any arguing calls so far. Nothing too controversial, which doesn't actually often happen in a game that's 14-2. Pitch comes in at the knees, and it's a ball this time. 1-1 the count to Dylan Rosa. One away here in the top of the second. The pitch at low for a ball. 2-1 now. Beautiful day here in Reading, Pennsylvania. The wind coming from left to right, but a beautiful day nonetheless. It's inside, it's a ball. Lights are on here at First Energy Stadium. The sun is starting to set. I'd have to turn the light on in the press box sometime soon, Evan. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate having you here, spending the night with me at the ballpark. Did he go? No, says home plate umpire Miller. Excuse me, Jimenez. Miller is playing first, and Dylan Rosa gets a free pass down to first base. One runner on, one out for Kerry Carpenter, who had a heck of a night last night in his debut in the 2021 season. 667. Don't you wish you could keep that average for the entire year? I'm sure most of these guys would absolutely love that, but when you only have 5 at-bats, sometimes it could be a little deceiving. Miller making his debut over on first. He's got the glove out, waiting for the throw. Here it comes from Miller, but Rosa back in time, really not taking too big of a lead off of first base. MacArthur, that righty pitcher, so he's got his back to the first base. He looks back once again. Now he focuses in. Colby Fitch. Nope, he's going to first. Back to first, everyone. We'll see how many times, but it looks like he's got a close eye over on Dylan Rosa. Nice setup for a double play here. See if the Fightin' Phils can turn 2. And the first pitch finally coming into the batter, Kerry Carpenter, and it's high for a ball. Mimo's Italian Restaurant was the food from last night, but tonight it is P.J. Wheelhands. They are the team feed sponsor. The food was delicious. I had a pregame. They had this great pretzel tray, fantastic wraps. Their wraps are delicious, actually. Here's the 1-0, fouled it back into the netting, and it's going into the stands. If you heard that, that was the ball hitting the seats, and fans die for it. There's a clap as a kid catches it. Nothing like leaving with a souvenir from a Fightin' Phils game. But P.J. Wheelhands, a great place to watch a Phillies game, I might add. I've done that a couple times. They have a wonderful outdoor area. As the 1-1 comes in, P.J. Wheelhands Reading is Berks County's premier sports pub and restaurant. They supply it all, a laid-back environment for quick lunch breaks, an intimate place for couples, and sizable rooms for groups of any size. Private enough for family gatherings, and of course, the place to go for sports fans. They have 36 draft beers on tap that will satisfy any beer connoisseur as Carpenter makes contact, picked it up by Miller, who fires it to first. Do they get the double play? He's got the ball. He makes the tag. Guthrie, the hero of that play. That was a heater off the bat of Carpenter, but right into Miller. He steps on first, fires it to Guthrie at second, and that's it. That's that in the top of the second. We're going to take a short break. 1-0 the score as we head into the bottom half.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchadors' masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the Our Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season. Phils fans, thanks for joining me here on the airwaves. I'm Emma Messina with you for action at First Energy Stadium. Reading Fightin' Phils 0, Erie SeaWolves 1. But the Phils are up and they're looking for some offense, and they just got a show of some power as the crazy hot dog vendor running around the ballpark and shucking aluminum foil wrapped hot dogs. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? And one of those, he actually missed throwing it over the net. It landed on the field. And Colby Fitch, who's up at the plate right now, I saw him take it and put it in the dugout for later. So something to look forward to if he rounds the bases. Count now 1-1 to Colby Fitch. This is his first at-bat of the 2021 season and his first time playing here in Reading as the 1-1 comes in from Rodriguez. Infielder set. And it's low for a ball. Fightin' Phils turned a great double play to get out of the top of the second. Beautiful play by Miller to Guthrie to turn 2. Pitch comes in outside corner. It's a strike, 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Rodriguez, who now has 22 pitches, 10 of them strikes. McCarthy finishes 2 with 32 pitches. Not sure how far they'll let him go, but I think they're hoping to get 4 out of him. As Velez rings up Fitch. Caught looking. 93 fastball again right down the middle, and just not what Fitch was expecting. And that will bring up McCarthy Tatum. He's played in the first 2 games, but now he's looking for his first hit as he plays in the 3rd game. He's played first base the first 2 nights, but now shifting over to left field. So we'll see how he adjusts to that as the infield takes a couple steps backward. The first pitch from Rodriguez, it's a called strike at the knees, 95 miles an hour. Lots of fans at the ballpark today, and they've got good energy. I'm impressed here. It's a little bit chilly in Reading tonight, but still a great night for some baseball back in baseball town. The 1-1 to McCarthy Tatum. And they hit him right in the arm. Good thing he's got that little elbow pad on his left arm. It smacked that. You could hear the bounce off. And McCarthy Tatum wears it. Get on base any way you can as he trots down to first. And that'll bring up Nick Matera, who's also getting his first at-bat and his first time in the lineup for the Fightin' Phils. He's the designated hitter tonight, and I've been told lots and lots of power for the designated hitter tonight. He played 1 game in Lehigh Valley back in 2019. They just called it up. They needed a guy. He went 1 for 4 in AAA. With an RBI single back in July. And going is Tatum. He's rounding second. He's going to hold up at second as the ball gets by Rozoff. The pitch from Rodriguez, I think he got a little frazzled in knowing that Tatum was going. It was well over the head of Rozoff, bouncing into the backstop. And Tatum will hold up at second just to be safe. But a stolen base for McCarthy Tatum. I believe that's the first Phils stolen base of the season. We're going to double check how that's ruled by the official scorers, if that's a wild pitch or if it's a stolen base. We'll check back in with our official scorer, Josh Leboff, who is kind enough to give me a call here in the press box and tell me how it's looking. And that will bring up Nick Matera's still up, and he'll take a strike to count 1-1. Oh. Here we go, and it's recorded a stolen base, the first of the season for the Fightin' Phils, and that prize goes to McCarthy Tatum. I'll get to write that on the concourse whiteboards tomorrow morning. Very exciting to see your name up there. And Rodriguez looking back at Tatum, who was taking a lead, but he slides back in time. The throw from Rodriguez, it was on the first base side of second base, the right side, and not the side that Tatum was obviously taking a lead on, so he was able to slide back, and Valente not able to make the tag. Here's the pitch. A heater off the bat of Matera. It's going to drop. No! A great line drive catch from Rosa out in left field. I mean, he took a jump at the exact right moment, able to nab it out of the sky. And unfortunately, Matera has to run back into the dugout. That ball had some great exit velo, but Rosa was there, right time, right place, and great hop. 2 away now in the bottom of the 2nd inning, 1-0 for the SeaWolves, but the Phils looking to catch up to that as Luke Miller heading into the righty batter's box. Taking a nice lead is Tatum on second. Stepping into the back part of that righty batter's box is Miller. He'll step out, call time, umpire gives it to him, so the pitch from Rodriguez does not count. 2-game hit streak for Luke Miller. He had a home run in the opening night game and a double last night, so nice extra base hit for Luke Miller, who clearly has the power, trying to drive in Tatum McCarthy on second now with 2 away. Here's the pitch, a big swing and a miss, 94 mile an hour from Rodriguez, and the count now 0-1. Fans are starting to make some noise in the ballpark. They'd like to see a run here early to even up the game as it's 1-0 SeaWolves. Rodriguez looking back at Tatum McCarthy, who's got a nice lead. Is he going to go there? Is he going to go home? Let's see. He goes home. Another swing and a miss. Same pitch, same location, high fastball. And he fooled Luke Miller twice. He was just behind on the swing, just late. And now we're resetting for the next pitch. The count 0-2. Miller's behind here with 2 away. See if he can hang in there. Rodriguez looking back. He's going to go home. Here's the pitch. It's high. It's outside. It's a ball. Fans are excited. Nice shift here by the SeaWolves. We've got Valente right behind second base. I know he's trying to keep Tatum McCarthy on there, but there is a huge gap between first and second. I'm talking pretty much the entire way. As now Valente shifts back a little bit, and Miller chases one in the dirt. It's going to be picked up by Rozoff. He's going to fire it to first. That drop, third strike becomes an out as Luke Miller is retiring. And they strand Tatum after he was on by a hit by pitch and stole second. 1-0 the score as we head into the third. Stick with us. Spend some quality by all game, every game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. Scoreless second brings us into the top of the third. I'm Emily Messina on the airwaves with you here tonight. The score is 1-0 in favor of the Erie SeaWolves as we get ready for the third inning, beginning with the number 8 hitter, John Valente and John Rozoff. Do I have that right? Let me double check my roster. It's John Valente and John Rozoff, the Johns, but one spells it with an H, one with an N. See lots of that around sometimes. Let me check my pitch count here for James MacArthur before he throws one. 32 for MacArthur, and now make it 33 as the first pitch to Valente is a ball. Count now 1-0. It's low, but it's a strike. And MacArthur getting the calls here from home plate umpire Velez, evening the count 1-1. Rodriguez ended his second with 34, so they are pretty much neck and neck here. As a chopper off the bat is Valente, but it goes right to Tatum, who has trouble making the play. He bobbles it, he drops it, and he fires it over to first, but it is too late. Too late. Don't want to make any assumptions. Believe that will be ruled an error, and that is correct. It's an error from our official scorer, so put that E5 in your scorebook, as Tatum McCarthy bobbles the ball and unable to get it to first in time. Runner on now, John Valente gets on in his 2021 debut, and John Rozoff also making his debut, the number 9 hitter behind the plate tonight. MacArthur with the pitch. A heater off the bat of Rozoff. Going back is Kroon. It's at the wall. It's bouncing off the wall around second. Valente around third. Valente, he's held up by Brayler. And a stand-up double from John Rozoff pushes Valente all the way to third. And just like that, problem for James MacArthur.
The center fielder, number 19.
That'll bring us back to the top of the Erie lineup with Riley Green. Flew out to left in his first at-bat, but he has already got a home run and 5 RBIs on this season, so he's pretty good with runners in scoring position, as is the entire Erie lineup. Got a lot of guys with a lot of RBIs, which happens when you score 26 runs in the first 2 games. MacArthur getting the sign from Colby Fitch behind the plate. They agree on something. And now here is the first pitch to Rozoff. It's in the dirt. It's a ball, and it's blocked, thankfully, by Colby Fitch. Runners on second and third in the form of Valente and Rosoff. No outs here in the top of the third. SeaWolves lead 1-0. Looking to attack more runs on it. Here's the 1-0 from McCarthy. He'll get a swing and a miss there to make it 1-1. A left-hander Green steps into the box, putting the bat on his shoulder. McCarthy staring down the runner on third, Valente. Now he's going to go home. Here's the pitch. It's on the corner. It's too low. It's a ball. 83-mile-an-hour changeup does not make the cut. No outs here, and a jam is MacArthur. 39 pitches now. And high fly ball off the bat of Green. Going back is Kroon. Gamboa's there. Tagging is Valente. He'll score, and Rosoff shifting to third. A nice sacrifice fly from Riley Green, getting the job done, hitting that deep enough that his runners can score. And that's exactly what you're looking for in that situation. If you can't, get a hit, a sacrifice fly will get the job done. Ryan Kreidler now flew out in foul territory up the left field line in his first at-bat. Came in today batting .200. He'll step into the righty batter's box and see what he can do with a runner on third and one away now. Kreidler 6'4", towering over the home plate umpire as the pitch comes in a strike. 2-0 the score in favor of Erie SeaWolves. They score in the first and now here in the third. And they've got a runner on third. Fightin' Phil's infield in pretty shallow. They're almost on that infield grass now, trying to save it. The run, the 0-1. It gets by Fitch. Fitch diving for it, unable to come up with it as MacArthur goes home. And Rosoff jogs home as well. Another run will score for the Erie SeaWolves. And now fresh bases for MacArthur after the wild pitch scores Rosoff. And now 3-0 the score in favor of the SeaWolves. And the infield backs up now. Ryan Kreidler the count. 1-1. MacArthur with the pitch. Swing and a miss there, bringing Kreidler to his knees. Wind is starting to pick up here at First Energy Stadium, blowing from left to right. And you see that American flag in center field just waving in the wind. Contact made by Ryan Kreidler. Going back is Kroon at the track, at the wall. A home run number 2 for the Erie SeaWolves tonight. That one went into the left field picnic area, and absolutely nothing Kroon could do. I mean, he just watched that sail over his head. Wow. Runs after runs here given up by Fightin' Phil's pitchers, and a 3 spot on the board now for the Erie SeaWolves here in the third. 4-0 the score with only one away. Yariel Gonzalez, who had that solo shot in the first, putting the SeaWolves on the board, is back up again. Here's a pitch from MacArthur. It's down the middle. It's a strike. Here's the 0-1 from MacArthur. It's outside for a ball. Fightin' Phil's just got to keep themselves into this one. If they're going to give up the offense, they got to get the offense too, and they need to be more proactive and not leave runners in on base. They've already left 2 on base this game. They left 6 on base yesterday and 2 on base opening night. So got to get the job done when it really matters, when you got runners in scoring position, when you got runners on. Got to bring them home. Gonzalez fouls one back. Count now 1-2. And MacArthur with the kick, the delivery. Foul ball now by Gonzalez. That foul ball is brought to you by Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud. Only weasels commit insurance fraud. Visit don'tbeaweasel.com today. That would be very bad news. Don't commit insurance fraud, everybody. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And MacArthur will get the job done with Gonzalez. First time homer, second time strikeout, and Josh Lester heading to the plate. He struck out the first time. 2 outs now, 4-0 the score after a solo shot from Kreidler, and the error on Tatum did not help for the first batter of the game. Josh Lester, that lefty, having a good time here at First Energy Stadium. First pitch on the corner for a strike, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. The 0-1 from MacArthur. It's in the dirt. It's a nice pickup. And Lester now steps out of the batter's box, trying to shake it off. He gets back up. MacArthur takes a deep breath. Here's the 1-1. Chopper foul. It dribbles down into the home dugout, and out comes Julian Garcia to snag that one. Lots of great vendors walking around the ballpark with snacks tonight. I see soft pretzels, hot dogs. I see cotton candy coming up the stairs now as the ball's in the dirt. Evens the count 2-2. And looks like the Fightin' Phil's infield is going to shift now with this count. We've got Brito at second base, but we've got Guthrie on the right side of second base, and McCarthy Tatum is playing shortstop. And contact made by Lester, but it's foul again. And Fightin' Phil's just keep shifting a little bit more over to the right here, with Lester being able to make contact so well and the wind going in that direction. And MacArthur just looking to get out of this one with 2 away after he's given up 3 runs already in this half inning alone. And the pitch low. So all 3 balls have been in the dirt as he's trying to get Lester to chase, but Lester just so patient. 26 years old, lot of experience in the minor leagues. He was drafted back in 2015, so he knows what he's doing, and that pitch will graze the corner, not called a strike by Velez, and MacArthur issues a walk here as he's trying his best to get out of this half inning without giving up any more damage. Jacob Robson's turn for the Erie SeaWolves. He grounded out in his first at-bat. And we're going to have a quick meeting at the mound here as Brad Bergeson comes out. We do see some activity in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen as MacArthur has jumped to 56 pitches so far. He's going to remain in the game because typically the manager is the one that pulls the pitchers. Manager is the one that takes the ball from the pitcher and gives it to the reliever. So usually when you see Berge coming out, he's just trying to, gives MacArthur some advice, calm him down, This young guy is making his Double-A debut, so sometimes you just need a calming influence, and Bergie's so good with the players. He is a favorite with the players. And now Colby Fitch heading back behind the plate, and Bergeson heading back into the dugout. Let's resume baseball here. Top of the third, 3 runs have scored this half inning for Erie SeaWolves. And they scored 1 in the first as well. 2 solo homers happened so far. Yariel Gonzalez, Ryan Kreidler. And MacArthur looking to get out Robson as the first pitch comes in inside for a ball. Don't forget, Josh Lester home run first after being walked. Sun's starting to set finally here at First Energy Stadium. Beautiful sunset happening here around America's Classic Ballpark as always. And the 1-0 to Robson. It's on the outside corner. It's a strike. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screens, printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international business, band shows, and festivals, including 7-time award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit their website, highlinemerchandising.com. And the pitch to Robson in the dirt. Nice block there by Fitch behind the plate. He's got a good range of motion. Yesterday we saw that Duran was using that one knee down sometimes during the game, which we see JT Realmuto do pretty much all the time. I spoke to manager Sean Williams about that, and he said that's something Duran has been working on. You won't see it when there's 2 outs. You won't see it when there's runners in scoring position because he needs a little bit more agility there to bounce as he can, but you will see him doing it for a greater range of motion and able to push off with that left leg when he needs it. We've seen it a couple times from Colby Fitch, but not as much as we see it with Duran and with Real Muto. The 2-2 now as MacArthur looks back at Lester on first. Now he'll go to Robson at the plate. Swing and a miss by Robson, and MacArthur issues another strikeout to finally get out of the top of the 3rd inning, but not before 3 runs cross the plate on 2 hits from Erie and 1 error for the Fightin' Phils. They leave 1 on base. As we head into the bottom of the 3rd inning, Fightin' Phils have some catching up to do. The cleanup position in the field, Scarrow, and trust the familiar elephant to quality hauling and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
For the Fightin' Phils, they give up 3 runs, first an error from Tatum McCarthy Tatum at 3rd base, and then double to Rosoff, followed by a sacrifice fly, and then a home run from Ryan Kreidler scored the 3. 4-0 as we head into the bottom half of the inning. I'm Emily Messina with you here on the airwaves, and Fightin' Phils looking for some offense as we start things off with Matt Kroon. 2 hits so far coming into this game, 286 batting average. He's looking to tack some runs on here for the Fightin' Phils, start digging themselves out of this hole as he takes a first pitch swing and a second pitch foul and quickly falls to 0-2. Elvin Rodriguez, 34 pitches, 18 strikes. Pretty impressive so far by the righty. And now the 0-2. It's a strike 3. Velez ringing up Kroon on the outside corner at the knees. A good call from Velez, but Kroon just not ready for that one. And that is bringing up Archimedes Gamboa, who reached on a walk in his first at-bat. One of the only 2 base runners that the Fightin' Phils have had so far today. He'll step into that lefty batter's box, a switch hitter. Gamboa swings on the first pitch, fouls it off outside of the field of play. And Erie infield backing up except for the 3rd baseman Gonzalez, who's pretty much even with the bag. And here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Another foul ball coming into the stands. Some fans ducking. We'll see who gets that one, and someone's going to grab it. Can't see it from here, but great way to come home with a souvenir. The 0-2 to Gamboa as he falls behind, same way Kroon did. Let's see if he can get out of it in a different way. Pitch from Rodriguez, it's high, and a count now 1-2. Gamboa's been playing a lot of baseball here Drafted in 2014, or excuse me, acquired in 2014 as an international free agent. The pitch coming in the dirt. Count evens 2-2, so Gamboa really working his way through this at bat. We've noted several times how patient he's become, but it just time and time again, we can see it as now he works his way to full count from 0-2. And if he can get a walk here and get something started for the Fightin' Phils, maybe they just need a little energy to get going. Fans are into it. They're invested, and they can't wait to see for the action to happen. He'll make contact. He'll drive it into shallow left field. It drops. Perfect positioning from Gamboa. And a single to start things off here for the Fightin' Phils. I mean, he just roped that one right in front of Rosa, and nothing any of those fielders could do about it. As Dalton Guthrie heads into the batter's box, he's been pretty stellar so far. One hit, one of those being a home run, and he's going to look to make some action happen tonight. 6th-round draft pick out of Sarasota, Florida. Elvin Rodriguez, the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Once again, we see Gamboa a little bit restless on first base. He looks like he's going to go. I would not be surprised if he takes off immediately here, fans, as soon as he gets the opportunity with the righty Rodriguez. He just can't see Gamboa no matter how many times he looks behind him. He's going to go home. Swing and a miss now by Guthrie. And the count evens 1-1. 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Fightin' Phils looking for some offense as they fell behind Erie SeaWolves 4-0 so far in this game. They're looking for their first win, too, as they dropped the ball on the first 2. But, you know, they have had some bright spots in those games, both offensively and defensively, with a couple of home runs and really great, you know, SportsCenter plays. Rodriguez looking back at Gamboa at first, who's there on a walk. Now he'll look down Guthrie. Here's the 1-1. It's high at the jersey lettering, and it's called a strike by Velez behind the plate. Looking for some action to happen here at First Energy Stadium. Action that's in favor of the Fightin' Phils, as there's a 20-run differential between the two teams. And Guthrie making contact, going into shallow center field. Is it going to drop? No, it's going to go right into the glove of Riley Green, and Gamboa jogging back to first as Guthrie heads back into the dugout. 2 away now for the Fightin' Phils as they bring up Daniel Brito. He steps into that lefty batter's box. And the wind has started to die down a little bit at First Energy Stadium. That flag in center field was roaring, but now it's pretty much hanging still. Just a few gusts here and there. Fouled back into the netting behind the plate for a 0-1 count here. And manager Artie Baylor jogs out to get that one. You don't often see the manager playing bat boy. Rodriguez setting up. He looks down as he always does. Here's the pitch. It's low in the dirt. Nice block. Rozoff behind the plate. His first appearance as Centeno was the catcher for the first 2 games. Gamboa taking that nice lead off of first base. He's ready to go on contact now with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's high. It's a ball. 4-0 the score in favor of the SeaWolves with 2 outs and Gamboa on at first. The count now 2-1 to Daniel Brito. Matt Vierling in the hole. Should we get to him? Kicks and fires. Contact made by Brito, but it's foul outside of the field of play, and the count evens now 2-2. Rodriguez up to 50 pitches, and we do have a Fightin' Phil warming up in the bullpen. I believe the day will be done for James MacArthur. No one up yet in the SeaWolves bullpen. And now the pitch by Rodriguez. In the dirt, once again a great block by Rozoff. And Gamboa is forced to stay put. Full count now to Daniel Brito. who looks to work a walk. Gamboa on first after roping one into shallow left field. Perfect positioning by the center fielder. Rodriguez looks over at Gamboa, who has a nice lead, running on contact with 2 outs. He goes home to Brito. Gamboa jogging over, but it's a strike 3 call to Daniel Brito. That is the 3rd strike of the day. And I believe they've all been called strikes from Elvin Rodriguez. 4-0 the score remains as we head into the 4th. We're going to take a short break. Stick around here on the Our Phils Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Here you go, Justin. Congratulations to Conway. That's the White Star. Fight the fight and stay testing.
And now we're back here at First Energy Stadium, top of the 4th inning. Fightin' Phils make a pitching change. It's the end of the day for James MacArthur. He finishes with 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and he gave up 2 home runs. Colton Eastman on the mound for the piggyback situation, as this has turned into for Reading. Eastman, number 17 out of Fresno, California, 24 years old. He's a 4th-round draft pick out of 2018. He pitched for Reading a little bit back in 2019, so he's got some experience pitching in this hitter's ballpark, America's Classic ballpark. And we'll check in on his 2019 stats in just a minute as Dylan Rosa heads up to the plate for Erie. 4-0 the score here. Erie having 2 home runs, one from Gonzalez in the first and one from Kreidler in the 3rd. That one is chopped up the third base side right to Tatum. This time he makes a clean play over to first, and Eastman gets his first batter retired quickly in the 4th. 5-3 in your scorebooks. Kerry Carpenter heading up. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out to first base back in the 2nd inning. Colton Eastman, as I said, has had experience in a Fightin' Phils jersey back in 2019. 3.71 ERA in 24 games pitched. He's mainly a starter, but has come in relief before, so he's got that experience as Carpenter takes a first pitch ball. This is the Cornwall Manor top of the 4th inning as the 1-0 comes in from Eastman. It's a little bit low for a ball count now, 2-0. The Pines at Cornwall Manor feature 30 new single-style homes with 2-car garages and great rooms. And great news, they're taking reservation for their newest neighborhood, which is the Pines. So it's really nice and well done and brand new as the pitch comes in on the corner for a strike to Carpenter. If you want more information about the new nature of senior living, Visit Cornwall Manor on their website, www.cornwallmanor.com. One away here in the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch to Carpenter. Did he go around? No, he did not, says third base umpire Jasinski, as Velez points to him for the call, and the count now 3-1 to Kerry Carpenter. Eastman played for 3 teams, including Reading back in 2019. He went all the way from Low A Lakewood, High A Clearwater, and Double A Reading all in one season, which was only his second season in professional baseball, so jumping the gun pretty quick, just 24 years of age now. Swing and a miss by Carpenter, and now the count is full. Eastman looking for his second quick out here after coming in to relieve James MacArthur. And we'll see what he could do as the Fightin' Phils infield takes a step back. Now they're on that outfield grass edge. 4-0 the score here in the top of the fourth, 1 away. Here's the full count pitch by Eastman. It's high, it's over the head of Fitch, and that is going to be a walk to Kerry Carpenter. At Cornwall Manor, you can create your lifestyle and continue to live life as you want, but with an added peace of mind knowing healthcare is available when needed. They have a full scope of outstanding health services, including a physician's office, therapy office, personal care, and skilled nursing care. That will bring up John Valenti. He reached on an error by McCarthy Tatum back in last inning. Instead, Eastman going over to first, checking in on Kerry Carpenter. We'll see if he goes home this time as he steps on that third base side of the rubber. The righty has to look back at Carpenter. Now he does. Settling in on the mound. He's going to go home with it this time. Here's the pitch. Cut on by Valente into shallow center field. A diving Vierling unable to make the catch, but it's backed up by Gamboa, who fires it in and cuts it off. Is Guthrie at short, but not able to make the play as they tried to go to second to get Carpenter as he was shifting over. A good dive by Vierling, just took a hop past him, but nice backup by the rest of the fielders. And just nobody able to come up with it, nothing to do there. And believe that will be ruled a single by the official scorer. And now we're down to John Rosoff, who hit a double in his first at-bat. Yep, single on a fly ball to right fielder Matt Vierling. Pitch is in the dirt. And Rosoff tells his guys to hold off. Fitch has got that one. You don't want to go anywhere. He's got control. 4-0 the score here in the top of the fourth inning. 1 away for Colton Eastman, making his 2021 debut. Lead being taken by Valente over at first, Carpenter at second. Count now 2-0 as Eastman losing a little bit of control here. 9 pitches, 4 of them strikes. Eastman takes a deep breath, looks back at Carpenter on second. Here's the 2-0. Contact made, sends it into left field, going over Kroon. Will it stay fair? The catch made by Kroon out in left field. He ran it down right at the wall and made the catch on the run. Amazing play by the left fielder, able to retire John Rosoff and not let the batters advance. Huge difference now. 2 away for Colton Eastman, and Kroon saves the day out there. Wow. That just flew off the bat of Rosoff, and Kroon putting in the wheels there. Back to the top with Riley Green. Four nothing the score here in the top of the fourth inning, the Cornwall Manor fourth inning. They have a continuum of care, starting with independent living through skilled nursing care. First pitch to Green, it's low. Carpenter on second after being walked. Valente on first after a blooper to right field. 2 away now as Colton Eastman on the mound for the Fightin' Phils. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, nice cut there, but a 79-mile-an-hour changeup just fooled Green. Eastman getting the sign from Fitch, shaking him off, looking for something else. He looks back now at Carpenter, big lead on second. They're going on anything. Contact made. Again, sent to Kroon out in left field. This time it's in foul territory. Chasing it down is Kroon and Tatum, but no one's able to get into it in time. Just too far away. And a bunch of SeaWolves out in the bullpen down there. They had to scatter. The ball was coming right at them. And now everyone has to move back into their positions as runners were going on contact. They were pretty much all the way around the horn there. Everyone heads back to their position. 1-2 the count now. Eastman staring him down, trying to get out of this, put a donut up on the board for the Fightins. They really need that right now and have a successful relief inning. 2 guys have had great relief outings for the Phils, Ivanko and Carr yesterday as the ball gets by Fitch. He doesn't know where it is. The runners are stealing, and Fitch just could not find him as it passed him right by and headed all the way to the backstop. And runners do advance on that. We'll see how that's scored. I'll let you know. But runners on second and third now with 2 outs, so 2 in scoring position as that is a wild pitch from Colton Eastman. Second wild pitch we've seen of the game. First 2 of the season, one by MacArthur and now one by Fitch, advances the runners. 2 away now, and the count 2-2 to the batter, Riley Green. The pitch by Eastman, a chopper to first base. It's foul as Miller goes after it, but nothing he can do. He sends it into the Phils dugout. And we'll see what Riley Green has to offer as 2 away here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and runners on second and third. Green setting up in that lefty batter's box. Been stellar for the Erie SeaWolves. Pitch comes in high. And the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-0 the score for the Erie SeaWolves as Colton Eastman tries to put a 0 up for the Fightin' Phils so they can get back at it with the offense. He's setting up on the mound. And here's the 3-2. It's at the corner. Velez rings him up, and Fitch is already back in the dugout. He knew it as soon as he saw it. A donut on the scoreboard for Eastman after he gave up a walk and a single with runners in scoring position. He gets the job done. We're going to be back with the Phils offense.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-28.
With 53 pitches, Elvin Rodriguez returns to the mound for the Erie SeaWolves. And here to lead things off is Matt Bierling for the Fightin' Phils. Here's the first pitch by Rodriguez. Contact made, foul ball up onto the roof of First Energy Stadium. Bierling grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. Kicks and fires Rodriguez a tie. And it looks like Rodriguez changed his delivery a little bit from when we first saw him. He's got quite a kick now, maybe just trying to get some more energy, more velocity going as he gets a little fatigued coming into these later innings, because he has changed his delivery as he gets Bierling to swing and miss. I mean, before we were seeing barely the cleat raised off of the mound, but now we're seeing a full chin kick. And maybe just really trying to add some velocity now. And he gets him on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball at the corner. Erie takes the ball around the horn, and Bierling is sent back into the Fightin' Phils dugouts. That's 4 strikeouts for Rodriguez as Colby Fitch comes back into the game. Fitch heading up, still looking for his first hit of the season. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. A lot to deal with behind the plate today. Already 2 wild pitches so far, but he's been pretty good at blocking the rest of them. He steps out and calls time with the umpire. Now he steps back into that lefty batter's box. A called strike here. Sean Williams just really changing up the lineup today, trying to get some stuff happening for the Fightin' Phils as they've been struggling for some offense, as Fitch ropes one down the right field line. It's going all the way to the corner. Picking it up is Robson. A stand-up double for Colby Fitch, and the crowd goes wild. Wow, he just put that in the exact right spot as it trickled all the way down the line to that Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Great piece of hitting by Fitch, just putting it in the perfect spot and getting himself in scoring position immediately here in the bottom of the 4th with only 1 away. And that brings up Tatum, who reached on a hit by a pitch earlier. Seems like he's okay. He had that elbow pad on, so I think that kind of saved him here. Fitch has been on base a couple times, but still looking for that hit here in 2021 as he steps into the righty batter's box. And he ropes one to left field, this time up the left field line. It's called foul by Jasinski, and the crowd just deflates. I mean, a beautiful piece of hitting by McCarthy Tatum. And hopefully he can just put that one a few inches more to the right, as that was absolutely insane. Manager Sean Williams just throwing his hands up there, but nothing he could do about it as that ball was foul. And Tatum heading back into the batter's box here, but the crowd is alive and roaring now as the Fightin' Phils are putting some pressure on Rodriguez here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Shift going on as the second baseman behind second, so Valente completely behind second. Huge gap once again between Lester and Valente. I mean, that second base area is just completely wide open. 0-2 count here to McCarthy. Rodriguez looking back at Fitch over on second. Now he'll go home. It's low in the dirt. Did he go? Yes, he did. It's a drop third strike, and now Rozoff has to send it over to Lester. Two away here as Fitch stays in place on second base. Nick Matera coming up for the Fightin' Phils. He had a shot to left field, but it was caught by Rosa. See if he can put one over there again and bring home Fitch, as the R Phils do not want to leave another runner in scoring position. They are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position today, leaving 3 on base. Rodriguez looking back. Now he will go home. It's in the dirt. It's past Fit. It's past Rosoff. Fitch going to third, and now our Phils have a runner on third base with 2 away. That ball just got right past Rosoff. I'll let you know how they score that one. Wild pitch. 3 wild pitches. The first one we've seen of the season. Now we see 3 at the same time. And good on Fitch for being present in the game and getting a jump on it when he could, as manager Sean Williams would have loved to wave him home there. Matera in the batter's box, comes in on the corner, the strike called by Velez, and it's 1-1. That gap is still there over at second base for Matera if he's able to pull it the opposite direction and send it through there with the shift on. If not, that left field corner would also be a wonderful place. The pitch by Rodriguez. He'll send it up the left field line. Is Rosa there? He is, as he puts his glove up, and nothing across for the Fightin' Phils yet again. After a double by Colby Fitch, the Fightin' strand him there. We're going to head into the top of the 5th. Stick around.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
First Energy Stadium, I'm Emily Messina here with you on the airwaves. 4-0 the score. Erie is leading. Fightin' Phils just unable to get anything across the board, but exciting entertainment happening at the ballpark with the veggie race. Broccoli with the early lead, but looks like carrot is going to take the win, as it is 1 in favor of the carrot and 1 in favor of the lettuce. Colton Eastman remaining on the mound for the Fightin' Phils. He got himself out of a big jam in the last half inning, but finished it off with a beautiful K to Riley Green, just caught standing there looking. And Ryan Kreidler now, he had a solo shot in his last bat, but he is heading up to the plate. Looking to get started here in the top of the 5th inning. This inning belongs to Swartz Culleton. Thank you to Swartz Culleton between being a proud radio sponsor of the Fightin' Phils. Here's the first pitch of the 5th inning by Eastman at tie, and the count 1-0 to Kreidler. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. The pitch by Eastman, it is wild, but nobody on base there, so no damage done. 2-0. If you've been injured at work, if you've been injured in a motor vehicle, if you or a loved one is a victim of nursing home neglect, Get justice. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today with Swartz Culleton. Here is the 2-0 count to Kreidler. It's a called strike at the knees, a beautiful changeup from Colton Eastman. For nothing the score here in favor of the SeaWolves. And did he go? Yes, he did, says third base umpire Jasinski. And now the count 2-2, so Eastman working his way back into this at-bat, looking to get the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. Colton Eastman, a product of Cal State Fullerton. Got some college ball experience before going into pro ball. And we're going to take a interesting visit here as they were set up for that pitch, and then Eastman just shaking off Fitch a couple times. They got to get on the same page, so Fitch heads out for a short mound visit here. They take a quick chat, and now he heads back behind the plate. Eastman really known for his high spin rate. Pretty productive on the mound. Working on his command, working on his repertoire as he sends one in the dirt. Taking a little bit of a walk around the mound, just trying to get a breather here, get into things. Here's the full count pitch. A pop-up off the bat of Kreidler. Somebody should be able to get this. It's going to be the second baseman, Brito, as he seals the deal with the pop-up catch. One away for Colton Eastman. And now 3 in a row that he has retired. Kreidler heading back into the dugout, and out comes Yariel Gonzalez, another one of those guys with a solo home run.
The third baseman, number 41, Yariel Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez stepping into that lefty batter's box. Gonzalez, a switch hitter, but batting lefty with the ballpark in his favor tonight, although the wind has really died down here at First Energy Stadium. Not much is going on. The flag barely waving out there in the outfield. Before it was blowing wildly, but it's turned into a beautiful night here at First Energy Stadium as a called strike comes in to Gonzalez, evening the count 1-1. It really is like the baseball gods have been here for us this week so far, 607 days it was without baseball, and things have turned into greatness as there was a miscommunication on the base pass between the Fightin' Phils. Single between first and second there for Gonzalez, and it looked like Miller was going to dive for it, but then he kind of stopped as he thought Brito maybe would dive for it, and then just none of them did. They both just made kind of an awkward pause, a little bit of a miscommunication between the two infielders, and nobody comes up with it as Gonzalez reaches on first. One away here in the top of the 5th inning. Erie leads Reading 4-0. And it's time for Josh Lester, who's been a force at the plate, but he'll swing and a miss on his first pitch. Miller trying to hold Gonzalez on at first. He's a quick one, Gonzalez. Got some wheels on him, and he's looking to take off, you can tell. Swing and a miss again by John Lester, and Eastman gets him to chase one. We'll see if he can get one for 3 as he gets ahead in the count 0-2. Leaning over is Eastman, getting the signs from Fitch. We'll see if they could stay on the same page here. Looking down, looking up, kicks, fires, a swing on the miss, a 3-pitch strikeout to Josh Lester. And Eastman just showcasing his stuff there. Absolutely beautiful pitching to get Josh Lester to chase one. He goes fishing 3 separate times and comes up with absolutely nothing, as that's 2 strikeouts for Josh Lester on the night. Gonzalez over at first after a single, but 2 away here now in the top of the 5th. Chopper off the bat. This time Miller is able to make the grab. He snags it in the infield dirt, jogs over, touches first, and that is the end of that. One hit, no runs, no errors, and one left on base for Erie in the top of the fifth. We're going to head into the bottom half. Stick around with us.
Nursing home experience problem, you or a loved one, source of care, or a nursing home result, our Fulton can call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Back at First Energy Stadium, I'm Emily Messina here with you at the Fightin' Phils ball game. Erie 4, Reading 0, but an absolutely beautiful inning relief from Colton Eastman. He gets a beautiful strikeout on 3 pitches to Josh Lester and then retires the side as Luke Miller puts in the work over there at first base. So a donut up in the top of the 5th inning, and the Fightin' Phils are ready to bat. However, we do have a pitching change from the Albernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Elvin Rodriguez's day is done. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. And for a total of 65 pitches for Elvin Rodriguez. In comes Leader Jr. That's Mark Leader Jr., 6 foot, 195. He's 30 years old from Manahawkin, New Jersey. He was signed as a free agent this year. So this is his debut with the Tigers, and I believe he's the second oldest on his roster. Caster Juan Centeno is the oldest on the roster. 2 30-year-olds, a really experienced Tigers roster. And we'll see what Mark Leader Jr. has to offer here as the first batter for the Fightin' Phils he is going to face is Luke Miller, who made the unassisted play to retire the 5th inning. And now Miller setting into the batters box for this bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch from Leader Jr. It's in the dirt. And setting up on the first base side of the rubber, the 1-0 swung on by Miller. It is high, it is far, and it is caught at the center field wall by Green. Right at that Baseball Town logo in center field. It almost was there, folks. Just not enough gas on that one as it came down just early. I mean, if he had hit that earlier in the day with the wind that was happening, that would have been long gone. Just a tough break for Luke Miller as he was looking for his 2nd home run of the season. Got to give a shout out to Thaddeus. Thanks so much for joining us, and a shout out to all my family members who are joining us as well. Appreciate you guys listening, and a special thank you to Thaddeus for being supportive of our broadcast. And now here is the pitch by Leader to number 9 hitter Kroon. Kroon made a fantastic play out of left field to save some runs for the Fightin' Phils all the way at the wall and on the run. And now we'll see if he can provide some offense for the Fightin' Phils as he swings through a 91-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone for a strike. Leader Jr., you might recognize his name because he was drafted by the Philadelphia Phillies back in 2013 out of NJIT. He's originally from the Toms River area, which is, kind of, it depends on how you guys view it. There's always debate between if there's such thing as Central Jersey, if he's from North Jersey. Depends on kind of how you want to look at it. That's totally up for you. He did play some games in the major leagues with the Phillies back in 2017. Then he spent time in Toronto in the AL as a chopper off the bat of Kroon, goes right to the shortstop, and Kreidler just picks it up and sends it over to first. And then it's quickly 2 away for the reliever, Leiter Jr. You could tell he's got some major league stuff, staying really calm here in relief. And he's trying to get back to the major leagues. And that will bring up Gamboa back to the top of the lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Gamboa's been on base twice. He walked and he had a single. Leader Jr., also the son of Mark Leader, obviously, because he's a junior, and then the nephew, I believe, of Al Leader. And the pitch comes in low. 2-0, the count here. Gamboa looking to make some offense happen, as the Fightin' Phils bats have been pretty quiet here. He checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Count 2-1 now. Gamboa setting back up in that lefty batter's box. Here's the pitch on the outside corner, but he does not get the call from Velez. So the count now 3-1 as we once again see Gamboa being patient at the plate. Up in the on-deck circle is Dalton Guthrie as a walk issued to Gamboa, and his on-base percentage is skyrocketing these days as he heads to first, his second walk of the afternoon. Let's see if we can get updated stats on Gamboa's on-base percentage here. Gamboa, 444 on-base percentage here. Second only to Vierling on the team, who's batting on-base percentage is 500. First pitch strike to Guthrie at the knees. Gamboa taking a short lead over at first base. In typical style, he is looking to get off it as soon as possible. Guthrie has the highest slugging percentage, 667 right now. Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt. Beautiful block by Rozoff behind the plate, keeping it in front of him. And Gamboa has no choice but to stay on first. Our Phils cannot leave more runners on base. They've already left 4 on, and they are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Erie, 4 runs on 5 hits, no error. Reading, 0 runs on 2 hits with 1 error. That one belongs to McCarthy Tatum over at third base. He was playing first the past 2 games, getting his start at third today as Guthrie shifts to shortstop. Once again, Rozoff keeping it in front of him. And just looks like Erie getting a little bit frazzled here as the crowd starts rioting a little bit here at the ballpark. Fightin' Phils have one arm in the form of Gamboa, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see if they can make some magic happen. Here's the pitch to Guthrie, fouls it back into the netting at the R. Phils Plaza. I could see it bounce off there. We got a lot of baseballs stuck up there. Our ops guy has to go up and check them out every so often. And Guthrie staying alive here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gamboa taking a lead off of first. Guthrie looking to make something happen. A chopper to third base. It's played by Gonzalez. He goes to second for the easy out as Gamboa slides in. He's got the force play at second. And that is the end of the 5th inning. The Swartz-Culleton 5th inning. Stick with us. We're heading to the 6th.
It's time for the always popular.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are with Mal Beer 21. Mal Beer Estrella available in the bar has made amazing. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrella Slugger at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
First Energy Stadium, I'm Emily Messina, and the Fightin' Phils are sticking in this one 4-0. We haven't seen runs scored since the 3rd inning when a 3-spot went off the board. Colton Eastman has been absolutely fantastic in relief here for the Fightin' Phils. And he will now face off against Dylan Rosa, Kerry Carpenter, John Valente, and if we could get to him, John Rosa. Looking to put another donut on the board to keep the Fightin' Phils into this one as they look to dig themselves out of this 0-2 hole to start off the 2021 season. Eastman coming in to the top of the 6th inning now. Let's check his pitch count real quick. 31 pitches, 18 strikes, so pretty effective for the reliever here, piggybacking off MacArthur, the starter. He'll get Rosa to foul one off. Fightin' Phil's infield playing regular positions, but deep on that outfield grass edge. And that one comes in high. If you've been listening to the other broadcasts, you know that the new rule here in the AA Northeast is that all 4 infielders have to have their feet on the infield dirt. No one can be stepping on that outfield grass. And Fightin' Phils have continued to push that limit, being all the way back there, but still following the rules of minor league baseball as the pitch comes in. A chopper up to Tatum, and it just gets a bad bounce and over the third baseman's head. A stand-up double for Dylan Rosa to start off the top of the 6th inning. It is officially ruled a double, and rightfully so. Just got a bad bounce in front of Tatum, in front of McCarthy Tatum, and just went right over his head. But really, really good backup by the shortstop Guthrie and the left fielder Kroon to make sure that didn't get out of control there. That'll head up for Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter on base with a walk in the last half, made all the way to the 3rd on a wild pitch, but was left on base as Eastman recorded a strikeout. That one comes in high. Big lead by Dylan Rosa over at 2nd as Arnie Baylor over at 3rd base. No one warming up in the Fightin' Phils bullpen just of yet. All the relievers are up and watching the game here. Looking back as Eastman hears the pitch. He gets Carpenter to chase one, but it just bounces foul up the first base line. And Carpenter has to jog back to the home plate, and Rosa was all the way around third. He's got to jog back to second. Looks like Eastman and Fitch trying to check in with each other, get the pitch. They want to go. Eastman shaking him off. Now he's got what he wants. Here's the kick and the fire. Nice block by Fitch to not let anything get away. Welcome to the CJ's Tire and Automotive top of the 6th inning. New rims, rubber, and great advice? Head to CJ's Tire and Automotive. It makes car care less of a chore. And I'm happy to attest to that. Been to CJ's Tire and Auto myself. A great place to go here in Berks County, as another foul ball off the bat of Carpenter heads to the roof. Are you ready for summer vacation? CJ's Tire and Automotive. They're ready when you are, and they've got just about everything your car needs except the gas. Carpenter heading back into the box. Here is the 2-2 from Eastman. Runner on second here, no outs in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Chopper off the bat, right back to Eastman. He's going to pick it up, get the easy out at first as Rosa shifts over to third on that play, but good for Eastman, just fielding cleanly and making the play to first. That'll bring up John Valent, who reached on an error and a single, so he's been on base twice now. One away here in the top of the 6th inning. It's the 50th anniversary for CJ's Tire and Automotive. They've been better, faster, and more affordable than the competition for 50 years. One stop, and you've got it done at CJ's Tire and Automotive. The pitch by Eastman. It's right at the jersey letters. Beautiful strike coming out of the reliever. 4-0 the score. Erie, 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Fightin' Phil, 0 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Looking to get out of the top of the 6th inning cleanly here. Pitch comes in low, evening the count 1-1 to Valente. CJ's Tire and Automotive, their reputation rides on trust. The Keep You Rolling store. We'll check in with some scores around the Phillies today. Pitch comes in low at the knees. Your Fightin' Phils won a day game 2-0 as Alec Boehm got his 4th home run of the year. Lots of our Phils alumni playing in the game today. And throughout the season, we've seen Ace Aaronola and Nick Maton even make his debut. He's been wonderful. A fly ball off the bat of Valente. It's shallow field. Nobody able to make the play, as going back was Guthrie and Kroon and McCarthy. And no one can come up with it as it drops right into shallow left field. And Rosa scores easily there. Didn't even have to tag or anything, and the out not secured.
The catcher, number 15.
And that will bring up the catcher, John Rosoff, who had an extra base hit in the form of a double and scored on a wild pitch back in the 3rd. The score is 5-0 now in the top of the 6th with only 1 away.
That's a double.
And that is recorded as a double to John Valente. Just hit it in a perfect place. I mean, it just dropped in right where nobody could get to it. I mean, Guthrie and Tatum, they backed up as absolutely fast as they could, and Kroon was hot running in. I mean, we've seen his wheels, but just nobody able to get to it in time. Rosoff steps into that lefty batter's box. 1 runner on, 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. 5-0 the score. Here's the pitch on the corner. Nice frame by Fitch, but he just does not get the call. Eastman up to 45 pitches, and we do see some stretching action going on in the Phil's bullpen. No one throwing as of yet. Looking back at Valente on second. Comes off the bat of Rozoff. It'll be fielded by the first baseman, and he'll send it to Eastman. Great coverage job by Eastman, hustling over to first, and he's able to receive the throw from Miller, who picks it up and tosses it gently. 2 away now with the runner on second here in the top of the 6th. And Eastman looking to get out of it without any further damage. Back to the top of the order with Riley Green. Green 0 for 3 on the night. He's been fantastic in the past 2 games, but just having a tough time at the plate today. 2 flyouts and a strikeout, though he did have a RBI on that sac fly back in the 3rd. He'll take a first pitch strike from Eastman. 5-0 the score. Fightin' Phils need to get some offense going here as we're in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch from Eastman. It's in the dirt. Good block by Fitch. He's practicing that one knee out on one knee, kind of low angle, and it worked well for him to block that pitch. Riley Green, the number 2 prospect in the organization. Eastman hanging down. Now he'll get the sign he likes. Kick and fires outside. It's a ball. Wind has pretty much stopped here at First Energy Stadium. Complete 180 from the beginning of the game. Fightin's infield setting up. They're looking down. Runner on third in the form of Valente, who was able to slide over on that play at first base. He's taken a pretty big lead. Gonna go on anything. Gonna go on contact with 2 outs here. 3 balls, 1 strike to Riley Green. Colton Eastman looking to shut them down, not allow any more damage here, as they've already scored 1 off 2 doubles. Comes in just low, and he will put Green on first, And runners on the corner now with 2 outs.
The shortstop, number 10, Ryan Kreidler.
Eastman trying to get out of this one. 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. Fitch calling some calls to his infield, steps out, now steps back behind the plate. Sets up on the rubber. Now he kicks, fires, runners going. They got to go back. That pitch is wildly inside. A little chin music from Colton Eastman. And Ryan Kreidler pushed out of the box. One and 0 count to Ryan Kreidler. Runners on the corners for the SeaWolves. They've already scored 1 in this top. 5-0 as Colton Eastman looks to shut them down. Kicks, fires. On the corner, called strike by Velez. We do see Austin Ross in the bullpen for the Fightins, starting to throw a little bit now. We do see some action in the Erie bullpen as well, just a little bit of light stretching. Infield is ready. Eastman chooses to go over to first, but not a big lead being taken over there by Riley Green. Got its back to Green, though, so got to make sure he knows he's watching. 2 away here, the 1-1 count to Ryan Kreidler. And here goes Eastman now. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now. 95 miles an hour from Eastman. He's really settling in nicely here. Just got to get this final out so the Phils can get back to their offense. Lots of fans still excited here. We love to see the energy, and they're cheering on their team no matter what. They are happy to be back at the ballpark, as am I. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. Here's the pitch. Light contact goes over to Guthrie at short. He's just going to step on second to retire the SeaWolves. but not after they got 2 hits, scoring 1 run. No errors by the Fightins, and they leave 2 on base. As we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, the Fightins have to score some runs, down 5.
Better pitching and more usually at SeaMotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an our Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Redding Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Thanks for joining me in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season for our Fiesta Friday events, as well as Bark in the Park nights later in the season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania, a proud sponsor of Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Parks. Head to humanepa.org for more info. Returning to the mound is leader, and a first pitch swing sends it right up the first base line is Daniel Brito. It's going to go foul, though. Hard hit ball. I can't imagine the exit velocity on that one. Sends it right up the first base line. He heads back into that lefty batter's box. And that one comes right down the middle. A called strike by Velez. Fightin' Phils fans are still here, still energetic. We saw a nice ball toss going on in that half inning, and people are loud screaming, and strikeout by Gonzalez. Quick, easy out for leader. And that will bring up Matt Vierling, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He's been stellar so far, but has yet to get on base, looking to extend his hit streak to 3 games. Pretty eventful for Vierling, who is not only a great baseball player, but really well liked among his teammates and his coaches, and seems to be so far a fan favorite. He'll take a strike on the corner. Infield shifting a little bit. Valente behind second base. Once again, that huge gap. If Vierling could go the opposite way and just put it in that hole. Count now 1-1. "21 pitches for Leader Jr. Swing and a miss there for Vierling. 92-mile-an-hour fastball way up in the zone, and just could not get himself to stop swinging. Vierling has got to get his bat going if he wants to be a starting corner outfielder. Otherwise, he's going to have to get the range of a center fielder. He's going to get good practice time this year being a starting fielder on the roster, whether he starts in left, center, or right. Got most of his experience the past 2 games in center. Starting out in right field today with the wind dying down. Hasn't seen much action over there yet. He goes for the check swing but does not go around And the count is now full. He played with the taxi squad up in Lehigh Valley, so he's got a little bit of a head start on some of these guys, just getting a little bit more in-game reps to start it off as he heads down to first. A walk. Nice patience there by Vierling. Take a pitch high and get on the base for the Fightin' Phils, who are down 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Colby Fitch, who had a scathing double down the right field line back in the 4th inning. Made it over to third on a wild pitch, but got left on base as the Fightins having trouble just putting people in. Fitch heading into that lefty batter's box. Nice gap there between first and second. Perfect place for him to put it as Vierling takes a solid lead off of first, and Fitch taking that first pitch strike. Fitch's first game for the Fightins, making his 21 debut behind the plate and at the plate. It's been really solid looking. Had to deal with a lot of wild pitches today in the game. But his form looks great as he fouls one behind the netting and onto the roof. We'll see if it rolls down. Foul ball. Sponsored by Pennsylvania Insurance Fraud. Only weasels commit insurance fraud, and don't be a weasel. And now Fitch getting back into that batter's box, an 0-2 count as he has fallen behind quickly here. Vierling taking a lead off first after being walked. And the entire Fightin' Phils bullpen has stopped warming up to watch this big moment as the pitch comes in the dirt. Big block there by Rosoff behind the plate. Fans are fired up here at First Energy Stadium. They are looking for something to happen, need a big moment here at America's Classic Ballpark just to get the fans rallied up. They're out in droves tonight supporting their hometown team and the return of professional baseball to Baseball Town. The pitch in the dirt bounces before the plate. 2-2 to Fitch. 5-0. Erie on top here. Don't forget, we still have a couple more games in this series. One tomorrow night, 7:05. One Saturday, I believe 6:45. And one on Sunday, 2:15, that Mother's Day backpack giveaway that you definitely don't want to miss. What a great moment for your mom as Fitch goes down. Second strikeout of the game for Fitch. And that will bring up McCarthy Tatum on base with a hit by pitch, but still looking for his first hit. Once he can pull it together, he is sure to be on fire. Got a lot of raw power. Vierling over on first, taking a slight lead. That shift is still on, but this time McCarthy Tatum, the right-handed batter, would have to put the ball the opposite direction, take it off the barrel of the bat and over there between first and second. First pitch comes in a strike. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fightin' Phils have left 5 runners on base so far this game. And that's really a piece of improvement for them. If they could just get those guys in, because they're taking great at bats. They're seeing a lot of pitches. They're patient at the plate. You really need to just drive in the runs when they need it as the pitch comes in at the knees. A called strike, and quickly Tatum falls behind 0-2. Beautiful field here at First Energy Stadium. Our groundskeeper, Dan "Dirt" Douglas, does a beautiful job of maintaining this field. I mean, you should have seen it over the winter. There were feet and feet of snow on it. I mean, if you're from Pennsylvania, you know the crazy winter that we had. I mean, it was just snowing endlessly. It felt like every day. But March came, and as soon as he could get out in the field, Dirt was mowing the grass, and it looks wonderful for opening week here in Reading. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Oh my gosh, McCarthy Tatum with his first hit of the 2021 season, able to put that right between the gap in shallow right field. Absolutely impressive work for the third baseman. Just dropped it in that wonderful spot. And now Fightin' Phils have a chance to rally with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vierling on second and Tatum over at first base. And things will be good for Matera, who has shown some power bats. 2 absolutely heaters to left field, but just right into the glove of Rosa, so not able to get a hit yet. But just trying his absolute best. Put it in the spot where Rose is not over there in left field. If he could get it in the corner, be perfect for the Fightin' Phils. Here is manager Sean Williams crouching down, ready to wave Vierling home as soon as he can. 2 striking outs in the inning for leaders so far. But runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fightin' Phils down 5-0, and it is rally time here at First Energy Stadium. He sends that into shallow center field, going back. It's gonna be caught by Valente. The second baseman rolls over, and that is just bad luck for the Fightin' Phils. An incredible play for Valente out in shallow center field. He just rolls through that and makes the catch. Unbelievable play there to retire the Fightin' Phils as they get 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and leave 2 on in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're going to head to the 2nd. Stick with us.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
The grounds crew is brought to you by Deer Country Farm and Lawn, a full-service.
Top of the 7th, we go here at First Energy Stadium. Phil's not able to get anything across because of an impressive catch by the second baseman Valente in shallow center field. Just rolled into it and made probably the best catch we've seen so far, other than maybe that one by Kroon out in left field earlier this game. Coming out from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen, Austin Ross. The day is done for Colton Eastman. 3 innings pitch, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he threw 55 pitches, 30 of them strikes. Ross coming in to today's game as the second relief pitcher for the Fightin' Phils. We did see Ross back on opening night. He pitched 1.1 innings then, gave up 1 hit and 1 run and 1 strikeout. So second appearance. This is the first Fightin' Phils pitcher that has made a second appearance in opening week here. So we finally got some stats to go off of as he faces off against Gonzalez, who has been absolutely hot. 5 hits this season so far. 6 RBIs totaling. 1-1 count, swing and a miss, high heater from Ross to get Gonzalez to go around. The pitch by Ross, and he gets Gonzalez all the way, his second swinging strikeout, and Gonzalez goes down the first out of the top of the 7th inning, and Austin Ross gets the job done against one of Erie's hottest hitter. And that will bring up the cleanup spot. Josh Lester, 0 for 2 tonight in a walk, 2 Ks. And here Ross goes, check swing. And it's a strike called by the home plate umpire, Velez. Huge shift on for the Fightin' Phils. You've got Miller behind first base. Swing and a miss there, and Lester chases one 0-2 as Ross gets ahead. Looking good, Ross. Second baseman Brito in his normal spot. Guthrie to the right of second base, and Tatum over at short. Oh my God, strike 3 from Austin Ross as another high heater, 94-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, and he gets his second strikeout in relief here too, quickly in the top of the 7th.
The right fielder, number 3, Jacob Robson.
And the entire Phillies bullpen is watching this happen here. Huge relief inning for Austin Ross. See if he can get the job done now with 2 outs as he gets a called strike on the corner. 70-mile-an-hour changeup. And just shocks Robson. He was looking for some heater and just not knowing what to expect there. Great repertoire here from Austin Ross, showcasing all of his pitchers early on as he gets one in the dirt. And you can do that more so if you're a reliever coming in for 1 or 2 innings. A starter, you kind of have to hold some of your stuff until you get through the first time through the lineup, and you get to the second and the third. You want to introduce new pitches, not use stuff as much, but as a reliever, you can kind of just throw it all out there. Give it to them hard. That one comes in inside, 2-1. Crowd is pumped here for Austin Ross, doing a fantastic job in relief in his second outing here for the Fightin' Phils. The kick, the fire, outside corner strike, great framing by Colby Fitch behind the plate. Ross looking to lower his ERA. 250 average against him. Pretty impressive for the reliever. Only issued 1 walk so far this season. And a swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down. All swinging strikeouts as he gets Jacob Robson to go fishing and comes up with nothing. We head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's take a stretch.
The award-winning Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health Developmental Disabilities Program. Family and friends. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that Fightin' Phils suicide affects and hurts everyone. But help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons, the industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Unlike any other area, JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27.
Back in action here at America's Classic Ballpark after Take Me Out to the Ball Game during the 7th inning stretch. I hope you sang it at home with us. new pitcher for the Erie SeaWolves. Leiter Jr.'s day is done. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and he ends the day with 35 pitches, 20 of them being strike. Heading on to the mound for the Erie SeaWolves, Billy Lesher. It's his first appearance of 2021, 25 years of age, 17th round pick in 2017, out from the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. And beautiful inning of relief for Fightin' Phil Austin Ross. I mean, 3 up, 3 down, all swinging strikeouts. I mean, there is absolutely nothing more you could have asked, and proof that some of these guys really just need to have the time to settle in and get that real game experience. He had struggled in his first appearance in game 1, gave up a hit, gave up a run, and now he comes in and strikes out the side and gets the job done. I mean, just give these guys a chance to settle in, and we'll see what they can actually do here. And I'm pretty impressed with the work that Ross has done to come back and get things into it. That takes, you know, a heck of a lot of mental strength as well. It's time for the Fightin' Phils to bat. Luke Miller heading up. 0 for 2 today. Almost had a home run, though. Huge power bomb out to center field. It was just at the wall. I mean, just couldn't be inches away from a home run. Green was out there to make the catch. Miller settling in the righty batter's box. He fouls one up the first base side and into the netting. Infield, outfield playing deep for Miller, as they should be. In 2019, Lesher played for 2 teams in the minor. He played in Erie before, so this is not his Double-A debut. He also spent time in High-A Lakeland for the Tigers. But it is first game back here in 2021. And that same feeling for all of the players. 1-2. Called strike on the corner, goes to Lesher, and Miller sent back to the dugout looking. Matt Kroon heads to the batter's box, also 0 for 2 on the day. And now we are ready for some action with Kroon here. Lesher getting set up. Here's the pitch. Inside, chin music to Kroon as he has pushed out of the batter's box. Has no choice but to try to get out of the way there. Great crowd here at America's Classic Ballpark. Kroon setting up another one inside. 2-0 in favor of Kroon. Big shift in the outfield here as well. Usually we just see that in the infield, but we've got outfielder Green shaded to the right of second base. And now there's a pretty big gap between him and left fielder Rosa as finally Lesher shows a strike. Make the count 2-1. No warming up going on in the Arphils bullpen or in the SeaWolves bullpen. Here we are in the bottom of the 7th inning as a called strike comes in at the knees, evening the count 2-2. SeaWolves scored 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and 1 in the 6th. Fightin' Phils have yet to get on the board in the form of runs today as we are in the bottom of the 7th. 1 away here in the Fightin' Phils, and that one is just outside as the call goes in favor of Kroon. And fans are excited about Kroon. They've got a chant going here at the ballpark as he will take first, and fans are pumped as he heads down to first base. And that walk is presented by Stephanie Young. Walk into your dream home. And we are back at the top of the order for Archimedes Gamboa, who's been an on base all 3 times so far. Looking for this 7th inning rally as the Fightins now have a base runner with 1 away. Pitch is just outside to Gamboa, 1-0. Gamboa so patient. Currently, Gamboa batting 1 hit so far in the season, 4 total bases. He's got 3 walks and only 2 strikeouts. Count now moves to 2-0 as he takes another ball. Been pretty stellar in the field at short where we saw him before. We see him in center today. Got 3 catches out there. And 3-0 to Gamboa. Will Lesher issue 2 walks in a row? We'll have to see as Kroon takes a lead over on first. Lesher looking back at him. The righty turns his body completely around. Now he sets up, glove at the waist. Here's the kick, fires, and this one's going to graze the knees for a strike. Gamboa has played in Double-A last year, so he's got that experience at America's Classic Ballpark, and he's got that Double-A mindset already in his head. So that experience will do him justice here. Here's a 3-1, it's high, it's above the letters, it's a walk. Gamboa taking first, sending Kroon over to the second, and suddenly a 7th inning rally for the Fightin' Phils. 2 on, 1 out here, and they will send up Dalton Guthrie. But not before we see a mound visit from pitching coach Mark Johnson. It looks like Lesher in his first game for Erie in 2021, although we did see him in 2020 here, is getting a little bit rattled. And catcher Rosoff will come out as well to talk to Billy Lesher. Lesher from Alexandria, Virginia, went to UPenn. Played baseball there. Fightins crowd is getting into it. They're excited here. He's going to school for arts and sciences. Pretty impressive at UPenn. Great school as well. And consider one of the top prospects in Erie. As he heads back on the mound and Johnson heads back into the dugout. Here's the first pitch to Guthrie. It's in the dirt. Good block by Rosoff. Runners on in the form of walks. Gamboa at first. Kroon at second. Dalton Guthrie up at the plate. Settling into the righty batter's box, manager Sean Williams ready to wave the Fightins home. Foul off the bat of Guthrie, puts it into the netting behind home plate. If he could even that out, he'll send it right over the wall. We already saw a home run back in the first game from Guthrie. He had a solo shot just into the 4th row of seats over on the left field picnic table. Lesher has good velocity on the mound, just has to be able to put the pitch exactly where he wants it. That one comes in low, it's a ball. Fightin' Phils fans are getting excited for this rally. Count now 2-1, a base open for the Erie SeaWolves, but Lesher already issuing 2 walks. It looks like some activity is going to be going on in the Erie SeaWolves bullpen. Lesher's had 4 saves back in college with UPenn, so he's used to being in these tight situations as he puts one in the dirt. 3-1 count to Dalton Guthrie. 2 on here with 1 out. The Fightin' Phils looking to rally. Gamboa out on first and Kroon over at second. They're down 5-0, have yet to score a run in this game, and they're looking to put one in the books here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the 3-1 from Lesher, swing and a miss by Guthrie, and the count is now full. Big moment here for Dalton Guthrie. He's got 1 RBI under his belt, but he's 0 for 3 today. 2 ground balls and a fly ball. Says yet to get on. And here is the 3-2 from Lesher as the Fightins take their leads. He'll send one into shallow right field. Will it drop? No, it's caught by right fielder Robson, who robs Guthrie of a hit, and the Fightin' Phils have to backtrack to their bases, and that will be out number 2 for Reading here. Reading has got to get something across in this moment. They have left too many on base, too many runners in scoring position. And if they want to win this ball game, they're going to have to make some runs. But now we're going to see a pitching change by Erie, so we are going to take a short break while we allow the reliever to warm up, and we see who that is for the SeaWolves. Give us a second. We'll be right back after this Alvernia University call to the bullpen.
Unlike First Energy Stage 61 puts you at the action located just in the diamond side. Available seat, unique viewable thing. Unlike First Energy Stadium 60 puts you to the action located from the diamond side. Ability seating you around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages. For the first time ever, the Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you their classic game program all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player rosters, and front office staff. It also includes featured stories and alumni reports, all on the favorite guys who spent their time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Purchase a bank of tickets to be used throughout the Fightin' Phils season. The Flex Bank lets you use the number of tickets you need when you need them. You will have an online Flex Bank account which allows you to use your bank of tickets or vouchers to redeem for game tickets whenever you need them. You can also reserve your game tickets from your Flex Bank by contacting the ticket office or redeeming in person at the stadium. Visit ourphils.com or call the office at 610-370-BALL for more information about the Flex Bank ticket packages and all the exciting ways you can get tickets to a First Energy Stadium game.
All right, Fightin' Phils fans, if there was a time to get excited, whether you're at the ballpark or you're at home, this is it. This is the biggest moment of the night for the Fightin' Phils. It's a 7th inning rally. 2 outs, 2 on, and up at the plate, Daniel Brito. He's 0 for 3 on the night, 2 strikeouts, but he's got to make something happen here for the Fightin' Phils if they want to stay in this game. He's got 1 hit so far this season, 2 walks. So the Erie SeaWolves have made a pitching change, and they are able to put someone on. They do have an empty base. Out goes Lesher. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, but he did give up those 2 walks. And now we've got Gamboa on first and Kroon at second. Martinez heads in for the Alvernia University call to the bullpen as the Erie SeaWolves call upon Henry Martinez as Brito sends one into left field, but Rosa once again is there, and he misplays the ball. He drops the ball, fans. Coming around third and scoring is Gamboa, and on second base is Daniel Brito with the hit of a lifetime. That was a can of corn out there for Rosa in left field, and he just was unable to keep the ball in his glove. I haven't seen anything like that. It was all the way down. He had it. Maybe he got lost in the light, but fans, a RBI from Daniel Brito. And he puts in 2, and the R-Phils are not done yet. They're back in this ball game. 5-2 the score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Daniel Brito delivers in the clutch as he scores 2 runs. Gamboa and Kroon crossing the plate for the Fightin' Phils. And Vierling's turn right now is a wild pitch, gets past Rozoff, and to third goes Brito. And Erie SeaWolves have gone wild here as the Fightin' Phils are trying to make some noise here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. And that will be scored a fielding error by left fielder Dylan Rosa, rightfully so, as he just dropped the ball both literally and figuratively, fans. Nothing else to say about that. He had it in his glove and he lost it. And now that was a passed ball by John Rozoff. Let that ball just go right over and around him, and Brito able to move over to third as Vierling takes a called strike, and fans are not happy with that call from umpire Velez behind the plate. 1-1 the count here. And the pitch comes in the dirt. 2-1 to Vierling, who has been the R-Phils' best bat in the lineup this opening week. That's why Sean Williams put him in that cleanup position, and hoping he'll clean up here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. That error by Rosa allowed Brito to reach and score 2 runs for the Fightin' Phils. Great block by Rozoff there as another one in the dirt. 3-1 count to Vierling. Our Phils making some noise here in the 7th inning. They are not ready to call this one yet. Vierling on 3-1 the count. Brito taking a sizable lead off third base. He is ready to go on contact. Here's the pitch from Martinez. Swing and a miss by Vierling. Ball in the dirt. The count is now full. Henry Martinez, 26 years of old, from the Dominican Republic, signed as a free agent back in 2020. And the full count pitch by Martinez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Vierling fouls that one up the third baseline. Fielded by manager Sean Williams. Great. Right into the glove, and he'll send that into the stands. Crowd is going wild here at First Energy Stadium. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 1 runner on as Matt Vierling looks to bring home Daniel Brito over on third here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the full count pitch. Vierling gets a piece of it, but it's right into the glove of Kreidler. And nothing more across for the Fightin' Phils, but not after they scored 2 runs on no hits, 1 Erie SeaWolves error, and they leave 1 on base in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-2 now the score as the Fightins are chipping away at the Erie SeaWolves lead. To the top of the 8th we go.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
An eventful bottom of the 7th inning for the Fightin' Phils as they scored 2 without getting a hit at all. 2 walks and an error by the left fielder Rosa allow 2 Fightin' Phils base runners to score, and the Fightin' Phils are not done yet. 5-2 as we head into the top of the 8th inning. There's more baseball here at First Energy Stadium. You don't want to go anywhere and miss this action. Austin Ross comes in after striking out the side in the top of the 7th inning, ready for some more action. He's only thrown 12 pitches, 9 of them strikes, and he is back out for the Fightin' Phils to face off Dylan Rosa. Rosa was the one who made that error in left field that allowed 2 runs to score. First pitch ball from Ross. The next one comes in right at the letters for a strike. Erie 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Fightin' Phils 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error as well. Here's the 1-1 from Ross, and he will get a foul ball out of Rosa and makes the count 1-2 as he gets ahead early. Ross lowering his ERA already from 6 to the mid-3s now, getting another outing under his belt here at America's Classic Ballpark. Looking for the first out of the top of the 8th inning as he gets his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. All 4 of these have been swinging strikes. All 4 have come in a row. Incredible work from Austin Ross in his 2nd appearance of the 2021 season. And that will bring up Kerry Carpenter, the designated hitter tonight for Erie. He's been on once in the form of a walk, 2 ground outs so far. And we'll see what Ross can do against Kerry Carpenter. Our Phil's playing straight up defense against Carpenter. The first pitch grazes the corner. A perfect fastball from Ross. 1 away here in the top of the 8th inning. 5-2 the score, Erie. Fightin' Phil's looking for their first win of 2021. Here's the 0-1 from Ross. It's low. A nice frame by Colby Fitch, but Velez saw that coming behind the plate and does not get the strike call as it moves to 1-1. Fightin' Phils fans, don't you worry. There's more baseball this week. From Thursday through Sunday, we've got games for you as Ross sends another one at the corner for a strike. 1-2 the count now. We've got giveaways, happy hours, concerts going on here at the ballpark. You don't want to miss our Mother's Day game on Sunday, a day game, 2:15. It is supposed to be beautiful. Here's the 1-2. It's a liner into left center. It's going to the wall. Cutting it off is Gamboa in center. He'll throw it in, and it is just a single for Kerry Carpenter. So first runner on here for Ross in the top of the 8th inning. And that will bring up John Valente, who's been on base all 3 times tonight. Reached on an error, a single, and a double in his first appearance in 2021. 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. 8 hits for Erie now, as Carpenter ropes a beautiful one into left center field. Taking a sizable lead off first as Ross sends one in at the knees. It's a strike. Ross goes to first instead of going home. Not a big lead being taken by Carpenter over at first. Once again, the R Phils playing straight up here. Fightin' Phils fans are so enthusiastic about this game. Been the most exciting one so far in 2021. Here goes Carpenter, the throw by Fitch. It's in the dirt. He makes the tag. He gets the out. An odd point throw by Colby Fitch. It makes the bounce right into the glove of Brito at second. A beautiful throw and tag by the Fightin' Phils, and to get the out, and the base runner is erased and now 2 outs in the top of the 8th. A beautiful play there by the Fightin' Phil's catcher as Rozoff sends one into center field. Gamboa there makes the grab, and 3 away as Ross erases the single by Carpenter with ease, and another donut on the board for Austin Ross in this beautiful relief outing for the right-handed pitcher. We're going to take a short break as we head into the bottom half of the 8th.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
A beautiful relief outing for Austin Ross. First, he gets 4 strikeouts in a row, gives up a single, but Fitch to Brito able to get him out, stealing at second base, and an easy fly out to center. Gets John Valente for the 3rd out, and that puts down the side for Erie. Up at the plate for Reading now, Colby Fitch is up at the plate right now. And Fightin' Phil's looking to dig out a little bit more of this whole 5-2 the score here in the bottom of the 8th. Count now 1-1 to Colby Fitch. Martinez still on the mound for the Erie SeaWolves. Here's the 1-1, comes in just outside. It's a ball. Colby Fitch, a beautiful double up the left field line earlier, but 2 strikeouts also in this game. His first game of 2021. Here's the 2-1, a swing and the miss makes it 2-2. In the on-deck circle, McCarthy, Tatum, and Nick Matero following him up. Here's the 2-2 to Fitch from Martinez. Heater up the first baseline, rolls foul, and picked up by the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. There is someone warming up over there. Looks to be Ethan Avanko, who had a great outing also on opening night. 2-2 count still to Colby Fitch. Bottom of the 8th inning for the Fightin' Phil's. And he sends one into left center field, going over Green and Rosa. Are they able to make the catch? And Green is on the run towards left field to retire Colby Fitch. A well-hit ball, just not well placed. And Green able to make easy work of that to retire Fitch. That'll bring up McCarthy. Tatum, who got his first hit of 2021 with a blooper single to right field back in the 6th. He also was hit by a pitch in this game and struck out. Tatum said about 50% of the time people mix up his first and last name. I've done it a couple times myself on accident, but trying to remember McCarthy Tatum.
Park attendance 1,058, 1058. Official attendance.
getting some more baseballs here. I see the clubhouse manager bringing some balls out to the field, to the Fightin' Phils dugout. You would not believe how many of them they go through here. When we first got the shipment from Philadelphia and from Rawling, I believe we opened, I want to say it was like 20 dozen baseballs, because they use them for BP and they use them for the batting cages as well. And interestingly, Rawling, they put a dozen in a box and they individually wrap each ball in plastic. So me and a couple of the front office members and even manager Sean Williams came out to help us. We were just in the concourse opening each ball individually and putting it in the batting cage shopping cart and the bags for infield, outfield. As the ball comes into McCarthy Tatum in the dirt, count now 1-2. PSECU presents tonight's attendance. The attendance sponsored by PSECU. 1,058 fans in the ballpark tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate your support this season. We look forward to seeing the rest of you at this homestand this week and everybody in June as Tatum swings through that one but fouls it a little bit back behind home plate. He stays alive here. One away in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-2 the count. Martinez sets up on that first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires. It's in the dirt. A check swing by Tatum. Did he go? No, he did not, says first base umpire Jimenez. Good call there by Jimenez. And Tatum stays alive. Lots of action here at the ballpark. Lots going on. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. It rolls by. It's a full count for McCarthy Tatum. 5-2 the score here at First Energy Stadium. Fightin' Phils grinding their way back into this game, looking for their first win of the season. Fans are on their feet here. It's always rally time for the Fightins. Here we go, the full count pitch from Henry Martinez to McCarthy Tatum. And he fouls it back into the netting behind home plate yet again. Martinez racking up 21 pitches, 13 strikes so far in relief. He came in back in the 7th to get the final out. So now he's pitched 2/3 of an inning. Here's the full count pitch again. Another foul by Tatum. And this one will be fetched by Sean Williams. All right, fans, here comes the action as Tatum has now fouled off quite a few balls in a row. And McCarthy Tatum, back in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss as Tatum comes up with nothing. And out number 2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That'll bring up Nick Matera, who's 0 for 3 on the night, still looking for his first hit this year in Double-A ball for the Fightin' Phils. 2 flyouts to left and a pop out to center. All very, very hard hit balls. You can tell he's got that raw power, that solid swing. He's just got to put it in the field of play in the right spot that he's looking for. Here's Nick Matera, comes in at the knees for a strike, and Briscoe Disco's getting the crowd going wild. If you've been at the ballpark, you definitely know who Disco Briscoe is. Here's the pitch to Matera. Again, the same exact spot from Henry Martinez. He hits the outside corner for a strike. 0-2 here, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phils trail 5-2 to the SeaWolves. Matera in that righty batter's box. Here is the pitch. It's outside this time. Just missed the spot. Got to get some magic happening here by the Fightin' Phils. Getting late here in Reading, Pennsylvania. The first game went 2:52. Last night's game was just over 3 hours. As we probably get a little bit over 3 hours again tonight. Usually, I would say AA ball games hover around that area. Not abnormal to be just over the 3 hour mark as another ball comes into Nick Matera. Martinez adjusting on the mound. Kicks, fires, the 2-2, rings up Matera, and he knew it even before the call. He watched that come in as Martinez picks up his second strikeout and takes out the R Phils 1-2-3. To the ninth we go. Stick with us on the R Phils Radio Network.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
We go here at First Energy Stadium, an entertaining ball game here at America's Classic Ballpark. Your R Phils trail 5-2 against the Erie SeaWolves. And we're in the top of the ninth inning. Fightin' Phils were shut down in that half inning by Henry Martinez, but Austin Ross had shut down the SeaWolves himself. He ends the night 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, and 4 strikeouts in this second chance relief by Austin Ross. Much, much better appearance than in game 1 of the opening night. He will be replaced by Ethan Ivanko, who did have a great opening night. He pitched 1 inning back then. He'll probably pitch another 1 inning right now as we are in the 9th inning, and we are at the number 9 spot. For Erie SeaWolves, John Rosoff comes up, and he will be the first batter. We'll go back to the top with Riley Green and then Ryan Kreidler. Ivanko, great appearance on opening night. We'll get you some stats on that. It's good to, finally good to have some stats on these players as we see some of them reappearing. Rosoff will swing on that one, drive it up the first baseline, coming over. Vierling unable to make the play, but he'll field it and throw it back in. A sliding double for the number 9 hitter as he gets on base. His second extra base hit of the night as he hit a double in his first at bat back in the 3rd. Ivanko, back in 2019, was a stellar reliever for the Fightins. Stellar reliever back for the low A and high A Lakewater and Clearwater. And in his first appearance on Tuesday, 1 inning pitch, he gave up no hits and struck out 1. So far right now, he's given up 1 hit, looking to get the outs here for the Fightin' Phils to keep them in this game. Chopper off the bat to third base, picked up by McCarthy. Tatum, he'll fire it to first, and runner not able to advance. So well done there by McCarthy. Tatum to hold Rosoff on second. And 1 away now as Green is put down. Ryan Kreidler now He's been on he touched all the bases. He had a solo home run in the third. And 1 for 4 on the night. All 3 games now we've seen the Erie SeaWolves bat around with some of the players coming up at least 5 times. Whereas Fightin' Phil's players are seeing, some of them seeing 3, some of them seeing 4 at bats. But all 3 games, we've seen a lot of the Erie SeaWolves getting 5 at-bats per game. Pitch by Evenko again to McCarthy Tatum. He'll pick it up, send it across the diamond. Beautiful throw. They're going back to third. Do they get the tag? Great play by Miller and Guthrie, who are trying to get Rose off as he headed to third. Same play as last time, just a little bit deeper in the hole at third. And that's why they were unable to send it back in time. But wonderful play by the Fightin' Phils. It's very heads-up baseball. Now the SeaWolves have a runner on third. Skredler pushed him over on his ground out. Solid defense by Tatum after he made that error earlier in the game in the third. Since then, he's looked pretty good over in the hot corner. Yuri Gonzalez up at the plate. He had a home run in his first at-bat. Singled and struck out twice on the day. Or the night, I should say. 5-2 the score here in the top of the 9th inning. Erie 9 hits, Fightin' Phil's 3 hits. As Evanko gets some of that rosin bag. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. It's in the dirt for a ball. Count 3-0 from Evanko. To answer your question about the baseballs and getting them redder, so we unwrap them, we put them in for the guys. Those BP balls they'll just get out and use, but the game balls and some of the other balls they like to rub down with special mud. And when I say special mud, I mean really special mud, as Evanko walks Gonzalez. This mud is taken from the Jersey Shore, South Jersey, which is where my parents live now, except nobody knows where they take this mud from. Like, nobody knows, just the one company that makes it. It's that suspicious. I've asked around a lot about it. We know it comes from South Jersey. There's a couple different brands of it, but pretty much go to one brand of mud. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to get that for you guys next game. But yes, they do rub down the balls like that. They don't want the fresh balls when they're practicing with them. They like a little torn up, so they get better grip on them, the pitchers do, and just more live action. And the pitch now to Josh Lester. Runners on the corner for the SeaWolves as Lester sends one foul. 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. Gonzalez at first, Rosoff at third as Evanko tries to shut down the Erie SeaWolves here in the top of the 9th inning. A chopper up to first, it goes foul. Great play over there by first base coach. And we are ready for action. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ethan Evanko has 2 runners on as he tries to take away the cleanup hitter, Josh Lester, who has struck out 3 times today. Pitches one in the corner, doesn't get the call from Velez. Runners are taking a lead. They're running on contact here as the Fightin' Phils put on the shift. Going and striking out is Lester, who slams his bat down on home plate. That's the most anger I've seen today as Lester strikes out 4 times, complete opposite from him from what we've seen the past 2 games, as Evanko gets out without any damage. To the 9th we go, the bottom half I mean, as the Fightin' Phils have this shot to get the win.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Viss Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoying our Phils game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Redding Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Bottom of the ninth, Fightin' Phils fans. I'm Emily Messina. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an eventful night here at First Energy Stadium. The best game we've seen out of the Fightin' Phils thus far. Henry Martinez comes out, and in goes Joe Navalon. Martinez's line, 1.1 innings pitched. No hits, no runs, obviously. No walks, 2 strikeouts, and 29 pitches, 19 of them strikes. Navalon comes in to be the closer for Erie, 27 years of age, 21st round draft pick back in 2016. And the Fightin' Phils will turn to Luke Miller, Matt Kroon, and Archimedes Gamboa here in the bottom of the ninth, as they trail 5-2 here. First pitch from Navalon, a ball to Luke Miller. Miller swings on one, a liner into left field. It dribbles all the way to Rosa. Coming around first is Miller. He'll hold up a base hit to start off the bottom of the ninth inning. And that is how you do it here at America's Classic Ballpark. The Fightin' Phils proving they are still in this one. They're sending up Matt Kroon, who scored back in the 7th, one of the only 2 Fightins to cross the plate in this game. And it looks like there's someone warming up in Erie's bullpen already. Kroon stepping into that righty's batter's box. Here's the pitch from Navalon, high for a ball. Crazy shift going here. Huge gap once again between first and second for Matt Kroon. See if he can place the ball there. It comes into the dirt as Miller hustling back to first. Leaning down is Navalon, getting the signs from Rosoff behind the plate. Here's the pitch right down the middle for a ball. 3-0 here as runner on with no outs, Luke Miller, and 3-0 count to Kroon at the plate. Fans, the Fightin' Phils might have something going here. Strike called at the knees. Fightin' Phils fans are not happy. Matt Kroon, 3-1 count here. And, oh my gosh, Kroon started to walk down to first, but Velez calls it a strike behind the plate, and suddenly Navalon is back in this at-bat. Full count here to Matt Kroon. No outs. Luke Miller over at first. Here's the pitch. It's strike 3 called by Velez, and Kroon cannot believe it as he is sent back into the dugout. and that will bring up Dalton Guthrie. Excuse me, that will bring up Archimedes Gamboa, who's been on base all 4 times tonight, 3 walks and 1 single. Pitch comes in right down the middle, a strike. Count evens 1-1. Miller over at first, Gamboa at the plate. It comes in low. Fighting Phil's trying to stay alive here. Bottom of the 9th, rally time in Reading here. 5-2 the score in favor of Earrings. We're going for the win here at Baseball Town as Gamboa at the plate. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Gamboa sends it right up the middle. Oh my gosh, an error. Almost called that a double play, but shortstop Kreidler unable to come up with it after the flip by Valente, and both runners are safe here. Fightin' Phil's fans, things are going Reading's way. 2 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. The tying run is sent to the plate in the form of Dalton Guthrie. What happened there, Valente fielded the ball cleanly and then just a little toss over to Kreider at short, and that is a routine double play that would have ended the game, and instead Kreidler missing the ball, and the fault is now listed on Valente. Bad throw by Valente off the mark, and he will record the error for that. Game has changed in the favor of the Fightin' Phil's fans. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th, and Guthrie, the tying run, is at the plate. Gamboa at first, Luke Miller at second. Count 1-1 to Dalton Guthrie. Guthrie 0 for 4 on the night. He is due for a hit. Could there be a better moment for it, fans? Looking back at the pitch, Joe Navalon sends in another one, and we are getting loud here at First Energy Stadium. Bending over is Navalon. He sets up, looks back at Miller, fires down. It's called a strike at the knees. The count now 2-2. Fans, Erie 5, Reading 2. Bottom of the 9th, 1 away, 2 runners on. Sean Williams in that third base coach's box, ready to send Luke Miller home on anything Dalton Guthrie puts out there. Navalon stepping off the mound, regaining composure. Now he's getting the sign from Rosoff behind the plate. This is the moment. Looking back at Luke Miller, kicks, fires. Guthrie sends one in the gap. It's going to right field. Rounding third is Luke Miller. Held up at second is Gamboa. He's back in time as a nice throw from Robson comes in to Valente at second. But Dalton Guthrie delivers. Dalton Guthrie with a single to plate Miller, and the Fightin' Phils are now trailing by only 2 runs. The winning run now comes up in the form of Daniel Brito reaching on an error back in the 7th. Catcher Rosoff coming out for the sign. Still 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. You do not want to miss this. Crowd is going nuts here at First Energy Stadium. The relievers are watching from both bullpens. Gamboa on second. Guthrie and sends a line drive. Brito sends a line drive to right field. Coming around third is Gamboa. Sliding into home is Gamboa. And Guthrie at third. 2 hits to the exact same location right through the gap of the shift, and the Fightin' Phils are going off. They are delivering in the moment. Here we are, bottom of the ninth, 5-4. That tying run over on third with one out, and Joe Navalon getting hammered. Great base running by Gamboa and base coaching by Sean Williams over at third. Pitching coach coming out to talk to Joe Navalon. Will they take the ball from him? We've got someone warming up in Erie's bullpen. Great singles from Guthrie and Brito back-to-back to score 2 runners. This is rally time, fans. This is what we've been waiting for. We got 2 in 2 games with huge run differentials. Now we've got a close one here at First Energy Stadium. 5-4, bottom of the ninth. Our Phils are rallying. Runner on first, runner on third. Brito at first, Guthrie at third. One out here, and Matt Vierling, the cleanup hitter, he is the guy that you want up. You want no one else up but Vierling right now. It's been on 1 so far this game. He's due for a hit here. The righty comes in, the pitch from Navalon. He sends it high. Is it deep enough to tag? Is he gonna tag? Yes, he's gonna tag as Sean Williams sends Guthrie home. Here's the throw, it's off the line, he's out! He's out, and Sean Williams come hustling in. He's gonna argue with Velez. He's gonna argue with Velez as the game is over. Sean Williams is rioting now as Robson caught that one in right field, and he sends it home. Great throw by Robson, and the game is over. Velez is ejecting Sean Williams from the game. The game is over, fans. 5-4 the score. The SeaWolves take that one, but that was the most eventful game we've seen here in Baseball Town yet. Guthrie tagged out at the plate on a throw that was up the line in front of home plate by Robson out in right field. Fantastic throw by the right fielder, and the Fightin' Phils, they did everything they could to rally in the 9th inning. And Sean Williams, irate at the call by Velez behind the plate, gets himself thrown out post-game. I've never seen anything like that happen, fans. 5-4 the score here in Baseball Town. Unfortunately, no post-game show tonight, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining us. 7:05 tomorrow night. After the game we had tonight, tempers are going to be flaring tomorrow. The Fightin' Phils are back in action. You do not want to miss this. Join us here on the airwaves, our Phils Radio Network.
The current